Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're having a wonderful Monday, April 27th, 2026. You do know that the month of May starts this week, actually, later this week. So we're getting closer to the end of May. So let's talk about what's going on here. Live chat open, by the way, if you guys want to say hi, maybe you have a question for me. So real quick announcement. I've actually added a platform to my live stream. Those of you may be familiar with Twitch. I just created a channel before hopping on here, Twitch TV. So just look me up at Derek Dunn 89, Derek Dunn 89. That's where you can find me on Twitch TV. So you guys can follow me on there if you like. I just created the channel and I still need to edit some things with it, but it's okay. It's all right. So. All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's see here what we have going on. Kenneth saying, "Hey, how's it going? Hi, Kenneth. Good to hear from you." Again, whoever wants to hop on here, more than welcome to do so. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the big picture. As you can see right now, pretty much all quiet here in southern Illinois. We did have some storms over the Vincennes area that actually prompted severe thunderstorm warnings for Mount Carmel and Albion. Did have a report of 1 inch hail, by the way, in the Ogden area over there, just about 4 miles west northwest of Mount Carmel. Again, that was about an inch, and that was estimated. Even got a report near Lawrenceville over there about near St. Francisville, I should say, about just under an inch of hail. That was reported about 17 minutes ago, right there. So this cell that actually prompted the severe thunderstorm warning now over in Indiana, bothering Vincennes over there in that area. We're looking at the Evansville radar side. Ignore the light blue, by the way. The light blue, just kind of like radar clutter is what we call it. We did have a storm that fired up right around the Vienna area earlier, went up to Harrisburg, but it really fizzled out. We'll go ahead and just play that here for you as we take a look here at the animation whenever it decides to load. You can actually see how it actually kind of went through Harrisburg and then basically just fizzled out. And we had some rain and storms here earlier today, and that really has been the story here. Is one of the things that I was thinking about, was concerned with, was how we had the morning showers and storms. And don't get me wrong, we were underneath severe thunderstorm warnings this morning. And then I know that northern Wayne County, Necessity, Mount Airy area was underneath a severe thunderstorm warning as well this afternoon. But that's really about all the action that we've had. And we haven't had a lot of sun out there. I mean, there were some areas that had some sunshine following the morning rain and storms. And what I was concerned with was that, I mean, sunshine is good because obviously, for one, it's quit raining and, hey, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, that saying. But also the sun is where it can increase the instability and really kind of help restore energy for the storms. And so far, today has just been rainy. It's been cloudy. We just haven't really seen, a lot of these storms start to fire up. And again, as I talked about, I've seen times where it's like you had rain and storms of a morning, the sun shines for several hours, and then you have storms that come in and they're strong and severe. I've also seen times where it rains and storms in the morning, it's cloudy throughout the day, and then just nothing really gets going. So far, the latter, the second part of it, that seems to be the case, but we still have storms to our west, a squall line that is coming in that has prompted several severe thunderstorms, but even some tornado warnings as well. So I know that Reed Timmer was down there in Benton earlier, so he was down there. Of course, when Reed Timmer and other storm chasers are in your area, it's getting down to it. But as we take a look here over to the west, this is the line that we're talking about here, the squall line, the QLCS. And you actually see a tornado warning, which is radar indicated. We'll go to the St. Louis radar site. Meanwhile, for the St. Louis metro area, we're talking about Belleville, Edwardsville, already Greenville underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. As we zoom in, we can actually see Centerville, Fairview Heights, O'Fallon, Shiloh. And this is a line that's pretty long. And in fact, you can actually see how long this line is. So if I were to draw right here for you, you can actually see how this line It's all the way down into Missouri. It's moving its way over here. Now, also keep in mind we're underneath a PDS tornado watch. Now, a PDS tornado watch is particularly dangerous situation, or if you want to put it in rednecks terms, pretty darn serious. All right, we can call it that if you want, but PDS tornado watch, that is in effect until 11 o'clock for us here. So when I click on Wayne County, let's take a look here at the details of this. We're going to take a look at the probabilities of this PDS tornado watch. So tornadoes, probability of 2 or more tornadoes, 80% high. Probability of 1 or more strong tornadoes, that would be EF2 to EF5. You're looking about high, 80% right there. Wind, probability of 10 or more severe wind events, moderate, 60%. Probability of 1 or more wind events, greater than, 75 miles per hour, low. Hail, which has been the story we talked about. We had some hail that fell this morning, about 1 inch to about 1.5 inches. Probability of 10 or more severe hail events, 70% chance. If we're talking greater than 2-inch hail, 50-50. Combined severe hail and wind, 95%. So again, this is part of the tornado watch, a particularly dangerous situation, or if you want to call it rednecks terms, pretty darn serious. So that is the details of the tornado watch. The text for this, again, it's in effect until 11 o'clock. It went into effect at 2:45, just right shy of 3 o'clock this afternoon. Primary threats include several tornadoes and a few intense tornadoes likely. Scattered large hail likely with isolated very large hail events to 2.5 inches in diameter possible. Scattered damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour likely. Now, I know this is information that was hours ago, but it is important because it tells us, it gives us the insight into why they issued this PDS tornado watch. And so, again, we're talking, large hail, damaging winds, the possibility of strong, long-track tornadoes. Let's go ahead here and we'll take a look here at the radar we just happened to see. And this is all in real time as well. The little white things you see right there, that's lightning. As we take a look here at this line, let's zoom in and take a look at some of the damage reports that we've seen so far. Hail, 1-inch hail reported in Warrenton not too long ago. O'Fallon, Missouri. Hail about 1 inch. It's estimated to be quarter size. Hail again over St. Charles, Missouri, 2 miles east of O'Fallon, about 1 inch in hail. So, again, it's quarter size. Again, 1 inch or larger in hail, that would qualify for severe hail. But so far here for our area, it has been quiet, minus the storms that we had this afternoon and this morning. We go down here to Missouri. Keep an eye on these cells down here. Let me see here if I can get this over to Paducah site. That may be a little bit better. A little bit. Look at this hell core on this one. Look at this one. And this is an example. This is a big fat cell. Look at this one. And this one, just kind of curious here. This has an example here. 2-inch hail with that one. 2-inch hail with that storm. And that can cause damage. In fact, we take a look here at hail size comparison. I'm going to throw this up here for you. 2-inch hail, that would be lime-sized hail. Okay, so we talked about 1/4 inch or larger. That's considered to be severe hail. I know some of us this morning had about maybe perhaps ping pong ball sized hail, about 1.5 inches. This one right here in Missouri is dumping 2-inch hail. Now, I've seen hail larger than that. I've seen hail on the weather reports the size of DVDs. All right, so it can get big. We remember Kankakee. Remember the tornado up there at Kankakee? About 2 months ago? That one was dumping 6-inch hail, and it even broke the state record. So I'm just telling you guys, we've seen some storms in the past. I know it's not really in our area, but so far this year where it's dumped some pretty good hail. The one thing too about this, we've talked about the potential for tornadoes. We've talked about the potential for wind and hail. The flooding has been a topic. And I know that there have been, we talk about some flood prone areas in Wayne County, for example. I think about east of Jeff. We've seen, how many times have we seen that road east of Jeff be flooded? How many times have we seen, just like even south of Merriam down there where it gets flooded as well? So any flood prone areas that you know of in Wayne County, and also let's not forget flooded roadways, time of night, I tell you what, it could be like they're hard to see. It's like flooded roadways at nighttime can be difficult to see. And it's just like right when you're about to come upon it. So as always, the saying is turn around, don't drown here, folks. Live chat open, by the way, if you guys want to say hello. We do have a tornado warning that was issued west of Effingham. If I can zoom in on it real quick. I believe so. Let me see. Here. There's a warning. I just saw that popped up. Let me check something here. I'm just kind of curious because it should be. Is that just a mesoscale? Now it's at 4 o'clock. That's so weird because I just saw it flash red. That's so weird. Huh. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning. I see that. Have dollar-sized hail. Okay. A little bit bigger. Definitely severe. Yeah, an inch and 25. All right. That's for St. Louis. That's up to our north. And one thing of note, too, with this line that we're starting to see some severe thunderstorm warnings issued out ahead of it. And also, even with the storm that was over there earlier in, over there, like in Wabash County, Edwards and Wabash counties, about an hour ago, that one had a tornado possible tag with it. This is our to our north. I know trained weather spotters reporting 70-mile-per-hour wind gust with this one. A tornado watch in effect up there for 9 o'clock for us here in Southern Illinois. For Fairfield, it's 11 o'clock. One thing to note here, too, about the outlook, we talked about the tornado potential. This is actually pretty neat. Okay, let me see. Is this really? Okay, tornado warning. It's radar indicated. Radar indicated rotation. Be about Ramsey, Fillmore, Chapman, Bell City, Ramsey Lake State Park. This one's moving east at 40 miles per hour. 11 miles south of Nokomis. That was at 722. That's for northern Fayette County, southeastern Montgomery County, by the way. NWS St. Louis with that one. But as you can see right here, this is actually a pretty neat little tool. So it tells you about the chances right here. It tells you can tell if it tells a little bit of a different right there. Tornado conditional intensity group 2 risk. Moderate risk for severe weather. Of course, we have seen this red over here as well. Let's take a look here. I want to take a look at this cell, if you guys don't mind. I know there's nothing impacting our area right now. I want to take a look at this here. Let me go ahead and go back to the models here on this. Whoops. Go back to radar. Hit the wrong thing. And I want to see what the... Oh, yeah, look at this right here. If you can see right here, there's... Man, my goodness. There's definitely something trying to spin up right here. And I want to see if there's any... A little bit of rotation with that one. Let me go ahead and click this. Yeah, right here near the Fillmore area. A little bit of rotation with that cell right there. Let's see if there's a correlation coefficient. See if there's anything on here. Nothing right there stands out to me. Now, the correlation coefficient, I want to talk to you guys about this. Correlation coefficient. So you would actually see this red, okay? This red would be like, okay, it's rain, it's usual. But if you have something that is like a solid blue ball, like a solid blue and green ball, that is where you would have something on the ground. Like, it's like there's something that's not rain. It's like trees. It's like buildings being sucked up. And in this case here, I'm not seeing any correlation coefficient, but the velocity data looks pretty mean. Also, you get a little bit to the northwest of Ramsey as well, but this is the area of rotation that they're focused in on. A little weaker than it was before. But still, though, one thing to note too about this line, if you have any notches within the line, could also have a brief spin up of a tornado. So it's not just we look at the squall line, as I've said before many times, countless times, you have a twister that spins up along a line can enhance the damage. Live chat here, by the way, if you guys want to hop on. Thomas, you could go ahead and take some. You go ahead and take a shower now if you want. There's nothing that's threatening us here at the moment. The activity is still to our west. It's right now impacting the St. Louis area over to Greenville, west of Effingham. Hi, Tanya. Good to hear from you, neighbor. See, Mike is also watching. But I'll tell you what, guys, we have really, again, we've had these storms here today, this morning, and this afternoon. We had that hail earlier. I did see some people. Well, I'll tell you one thing about the hail pictures, guys, as a tip right here. Safely, I say this safely, and I stress that. If you guys get a hailstone, use a quarter, use something that would help, determine the size of it, because that way it's like for good comparison reasons. Meteorologists, myself, weather nerds, we love that kind of stuff. So next time you ever get like a hailstone, grab like a quarter, a penny, something like that, because that actually goes a long way and helps determine the size. So some of you are wondering, I know Thomas was asking about the timing of this. Let me go ahead and see if I can do something here for you guys real quick. Give me a moment. So I want to go ahead and try. One thing that I'm doing is I want to go ahead and show you guys actually the wrong radar. I have access to multiple radars at my disposal that I could use. So I want to see if I could pull up here a tracker. Okay, here it is. Okay, this is, what is today? Today is the 27th. Okay. This is about, and they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning to our north. Kind of a broader one right here. This is going to be about 7 o'clock, as you could see right there. And it's going to take a little bit here to go going. So we're going to use, this is the HRRR. And I want to go ahead and see here. It takes some time to load. But just for timing purposes, I feel like it's a little bit behind because this right here, we kind of already experienced that. We got the line over here. I'm just kind of curious as to, oh, well, there it was. It was so quick. Hang on here. Let's go. Let's do this again. Reset. So we're talking about 9 o'clock. I know it's a couple hours away from here, but 9 o'clock, again, this is the HRRR. And you can actually see how 9 o'clock, it's already to about Mount Vernon. The line is in Effingham. It's a couple of hours. And then you're looking at about 10 o'clock. It's right past Mount Vernon. It's right over Fairfield, right over Olney. And then it gets to the river about 11 o'clock. And then it gets to Indiana. So, therefore, you can kind of see why the tornado watch, a PDS tornado watch for us, is in effect until 11. So, we still got some time to go here, guys. We've got about at least a couple of hours at least, according to the future tracker of this. So, again, I froze it right here for you. This is right now, and we'll zoom in. Sorry about that, guys. So, this is right here. Again, there's Fairfield, there's Wayne City, Mill Shoals, West Salem, Albion, there's Mount Vernon. So again, this is about 9 o'clock. So, and I know it kind of paints you a little bit of a picture into the timing of these storms. Stop to that. And we'll switch back to another radar. Switch back to reflectivity. Tornado warning radar indicated for that storm, as I mentioned, right around the Nokomis area. By the way, the severe thunderstorm warning for the metro east of St. Louis. Talk about that real quick. Tornado possible, tag with it. That's in effect until 8:15. Your latest update at 7:12. Severe storms are located along a line from over Moline Acres to near Antonia, or along a line from over Bellefontaine neighbors to near Antonia, moving east at 35 miles per hour. 70-mile-per-hour wind gust to quarter-sized tail radar indicated threat. By the way, say hello, guys. If you have any questions on here, I'm also on YouTube, by the way. You guys could look me up on there. You guys can follow along. I'm also on Twitch TV, by the way, too. You guys could look me up on there. Just checking the chats here. But so far, guys, it has been quiet. So they just updated the warning for Metro East. Let's see here. So this is the main event. Well, I would say at least one of the main events that was talked about. At 7:31, severe storms are located along a line from near Collinsville to over Fountain. Long line from over Collinsville to 6 miles west of Waterloo, moving east at 35 miles per hour. 70-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-sized tail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Horseshoe Lake State Park, Granite City, Cahokia, East St. Louis, Columbia, Centerville, Edwardsville, Pontoon Beach, Collinsville, Glen Carbon, Belleville, Fairview Heights, Maryville, Waterloo, Troy, Swansea, O'Fallon, Shiloh, Mascoutah, and Highland. Also, for our neighbors to the north, severe storm warning rains in effect for northwestern Fayette, Montgomery counties, southeastern Macoupah, and northeastern Madison. That goes in effect until 8 o'clock. Ping pong ball size tail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust radar indicator right there. You had a report of a thunderstorm wind gust, 60 miles per hour, that was reported about 16 minutes ago. Thunderstorm wind damage reported. Emergency management over there. Large tree blocking the road. 24-inch tree was uprooted and smashed into a pickup truck. Ooh. Hope no one was in that truck, but that's according to a local report. Large tree down. So these storm reports, as always, they are always helpful. So this storm right now, this line has had a history of producing wind damage in Missouri. Large tree falling on a pickup truck. 60, 70-mile-per-hour winds. It continues to chug eastward. 8-inch diameter trees down onto cars. There's another report. 4 buildings collapsed in Florissant. So we're getting some insight here. We're getting some insight into the history of this line, the damage it has caused in the St. Louis area as this line continues to push to the east. One thing about this tornado warning, guys, while we're on here as an example, and again, I'm using this as an example here for you. One of the things that I could do is with this, I could look at the impacts of those affected in the tornado warning. And this is just an example here to show you whenever, this line approaches us from the west, People affected 4,600, homes affected about 2,100 affected areas. Ramsey, Fillmore, Wrights Corner, public schools, private schools, energy, fire emergency medical service stations, sand and gravel, local law enforcement, water supply. So it really gets down to, within that warning of the potential impacts, the people that are within the tornado warning, the homes affected, the homes within that warning. So maximum hail size is about 1.5 inches. Radar indicator rotation. So I wanted to share that with you guys because, again, I really like how it provides the insight into it. Metro East, you guys are getting blitzed right now. You notice when our Metro East area underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's take a look here and see if there's any rotation within this line in the St. Louis area. You can really tell. Let me draw this here for you. You could see the wind, and it just went away. Just going to draw this here for you. You can actually see the leading edge of that wind coming right here. You can just see it bowing out a little bit. So we talked about the squall line, and this is the leading edge of that wind right there. So already Belleville is right here, Oakville, Breeze, Carlisle, Nashville, Redbud, Waterloo, all of this is heading your way. Live chat open. Watch out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Appreciate you guys watching, by the way. Oh yeah, on YouTube, please give me to 100 subscribers. I'm just one subscriber away from 100. Oh. Hi, Kenneth. I'm doing good. It's Monday, man. We're just trying to get through this day. Hi, Christina. Oh, just now saw your comment. Hope you're still on there. Christy Horning, the mayor of Main Street, is watching in the house. By the way, guys, you can share this as well if you guys want to share the stream. Feel free to share it. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Been on there for about 30-some minutes. And it looks like they've also issued just a new severe thunderstorm warning to our north. And we'll go ahead and go up there and check that out. I believe they just did. Let me see. I just happened to see it. Something flash. It may have been actually a little bit further to the north. Let's see. Is it this one? No. I just saw a flash not too long ago. Let me go to Outlooks real quick. Let's see. You can actually see, which is interesting to me. You see this line going all the way, and really the wind at its strongest. Let me see here if I could do this. I thought you could. Interesting. Huh. There it is. There it is. Trying to figure out. I was like, okay. There's severe thunderstorm warning. This is for a wide swath. NWS Link has issued severe thunderstorm warning. Coles, Edgar, southeastern Moultrie, southeastern Shelby, Cumberland, eastern Douglas, northern Effingham until 8:45. 7:38 severe storms are located along a line extending from near Villa Grove to near Finley to near Ramsey, moving east at 50 miles per hour. 70 mile per hour wind gust. Radar indicated threat. Cola, Newman, Windsor, Cowden, Beecher City, Humboldt, Allenville, Cooks, Mill around 7:45. Mattoon, Stewartson, Hume around 7:50. Oakland, Brockton, Shumway, and Rardon around 7:55. Charleston also involved, along with Effingham as well, T-Town. My old stomping grounds up there in Charleston, underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. Now, one thing of note here, too, that I've seen this multiple times today as well. just issued 2 minutes ago, expires in 1 hour. Radar indicated there is also the possible tornado tag and the damage threat considerable. The hail, by the way, 3/4 of an inch, not severe criteria, but the wind certainly for sure. And if we take a look at the impacts here, 113,000 people affected, homes about 53,000. Goes to tell you about Altamont, Shelbyville, Arcola. They're in that area. And honestly, this is a good move by the National Weather Service. I've seen this multiple times where when you have a squall line of this potency, they will issue warnings out ahead of the line. That's a great move by the National Weather Service. I applaud them for that because with the wind threat, with the squall line threat, just trying to get people to be informed. And plus, it's also of a nighttime too when tornadoes can spin up. And certainly they can spin up real quick. And since we are underneath that PDS tornado watch, that is the case here. So good move by the National Weather Service for doing that. Right now in Fairfield, I know we're having some people hop on here. This right now, the reason why I hopped on here was because I don't want you guys to assume like, hey, we had these storms in the morning, we had storms in the afternoon, and it's quiet. We're not going to get any more storms. Look over to your west and you see what's coming in. So I'm just saying here, guys, we're not out of the woods yet. Consider this stream as a heads up. Consider it to be a heads up and also providing insight and coverage into what is coming our way from the west. Looks like that severe thunderstorm warning has been updated. Saw it flashing. Moving east at 35 miles per hour. 70 mile per hour wind gust, $half sized hail. Let's take a look here at the impacts of this one. Yeah, 341,000. Talking about Belleville, Fallon, Collinsville, Swansea, Fairview Heights, Edwardsville. 148,000 homes affected. Wow. Wow. This is northwest of Decatur. Look at this, guys. Oh, it was earlier, but an 80 mile per hour wind gust was reported in the Warrensburg area, west of Forsyth, northwest of Decatur. That's law enforcement. That was an hour ago. 80 miles per hour. Wow. That is nuts. Say, were these sales in Missouri? Southern Missouri, look at nasty, by the way. That's down in the Current River area. Let me see if let me get to the backside of it. Just kind of curious. I want to see what it looks like. Well, I'll see. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is your right here. Yeah, this is the rotating part of the storm right here. I know it's over Missouri, but look at this. And then if we look at normalized rotation, let's see, correlation coefficient. Possibly, but man, we'll see. But there it is. Oh. There it is right there too. Yeah. Yeah, that's this one up here too is looking also nasty too. I am surprised. This one up here too. They're looking nasty at Missouri. And that is also, if it holds itself together, you're looking at Poplar Bluff, Sykeston, Paducah later on. I'd definitely be keeping an eye out. If you know someone lives in Paducah, Poplar Bluff, Sykeston, I would definitely give them a heads up. Hi, Kristen. How are you? Thanks for watching. You guys are more than welcome to share the stream if you want. Also on YouTube, Twitch. Again, consider this live stream as a heads up into what's coming in from the west. We do have a report in from Belleville. This one just came in. Let's see what they're reporting over there. Thunderstorm wind damage. This was 11 minutes ago. 3 injured. A tree onto a house with potential injuries. This is over in the Belleville area, 2 miles southeast of Belleville, St. Clair. According to emergency management, again, tree onto a house with potential injuries. 3 injured. That just came in 11 minutes ago. So, again, this line producing damage. We talked about the trees that's been blown down. Tornado warning up there to our north for northeastern Fayette County. This one's moving east at 50 miles per hour. Radar indicator rotation, ping pong ball size tail with that one. And this one, by the way, is actually, if you know anyone in Effingham, may want to give them a heads up that there's a severe storm that is showing signs of rotation to the west of it, moving east at about 50. Let's take a look here at the velocity data on this. Yeah, right here. I'm going to go do a little drawing here if you guys don't mind. This right here is the rotating part of the storm right here. And I may need to change the color for this. Let me go black. Try this again. So this right here, this is the rotating part of the storm moving east. And so whenever you have something this tight right here, if it was broad, like I'm just being hypothetical, if it was broad like this, then it would be tough for that wall cloud, that funnel cloud to get the energy it needs to drop down a tornado. Keep in mind again, folks, you can have a wall cloud, a funnel cloud, a loft. It is not a confirmed tornado until it touches the ground, okay? So in this case right here, with it being tight right there, we could have something trying to spin up along that line. But there it is right there. And let's see if we can pull back and do a few scans here of this. Just do a scan of the loop of the velocity data. Yeah, you kind of see what I'm talking about. Still about that same area, right where we saw it earlier around the Ramsey area and push over to the east. So, yeah. Again, for those of you in Effingham, this is going to be north of Altamont unless it's somewhere to form down here. But Effingham, I also, let me see here. I would also include here Shumway, Beecher City, Green Creek, Lilyville, Sigel. But if you know anyone that's in Beecher City, Shumway, Lilyville, Sigel, I would definitely, especially northern part of Effingham, this may go north of you, but boy, I tell you what, I would have 1 foot in the basement here if I were you in Effingham, along with T-Town as well. Altamont, this looks to be staying to your north, but if you know anyone up there in that area, give them a heads up. They want to call them up saying there is a rotation with this. There is a little of a couplet right there on the velocity data. Looking here at the correlation coefficient, I'm not seeing anything that's concerning to me, but I will say this, and I go off of one of my heroes in storm coverage, and Wayne Hart. He always told me, he said, if you have something like this happen, where it's like you have some rotation within a cell, even the weakest tornadoes can be difficult to pick up by radar. And I would treat this as if this is the real thing. And given the situation with this PDS tornado watch that's out for us, I would treat any tornado warning as if it's the real thing. So for those of you out there in Effingham, northern part of Effingham County at least, you got a severe storm that's got rotation with it, and it's knocking on your doorstep. One of the things we've talked about is the heavy rainfall. Holy smokes, look at this. Down in Missouri, West Plains area. Baseball-sized hail with that one. Baseball-sized hail with that storm down there in Missouri. And again, that's in the Current River area. This one west of Farmington is a big fat one, but it's definitely strong. Quarter-sized hail with that one. By the way, guys, live chat's open. If you guys want to say hello. I'll reach out to someone real quick, so give me a moment here, guys, as I do this. By the way, also too, guys, and I don't know if you guys want to in the live chat. I do know that there are some places that are open tonight for shelter. Feel free to post in the comments if you know of any shelters that are open. That way, folks in the live chat can actually see it. And I tell you what, kudos to those businesses for those churches and everything like that for stepping up. Hi, Sylvia. Good to hear from you on YouTube. But yeah, I tell you what, if you guys know of any shelters that are open tonight, feel free to post it because that information is vital. And plus, I'll relay it out. And you guys are awesome. Thanks for watching, by the way, too. Yeah, shout out to the businesses, the churches, for opening their buildings for shelter. Okay, we got a tornado warning. Radar indicated for Breeze and Carlisle. National Weather Service office in St. Louis has issued tornado warning for northwestern Clinton, northeastern St. Clair counties until 8:30 at 7:52. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located over Scott Air Force Base, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Tornado and quarter-sized hail. Radar indicator rotation. This tornado will be near Mascoutah, Scott Air Force Base in Lebanon around 7:55. New Baden and Trenton around 8:05. Albers around 8:10. Also Summerfield, Damiansville, and Bartelso. So again, that is for northwestern Clinton and northeastern St. Clair counties until 8:30. And that one just came in. Radar indicator rotation. But again, folks, given the atmosphere, I would treat this as if it's the real thing here. And again, hey, it's better to take shelter. This will be right here. This is a rotating part of the storm. Right here in this area. Going this way. New Baden, Albers. New Baden, I-64. Popular exit right there for truckers. Albers on the 161. You got Breeze as well over here. Aveston, Albers. Trenton, Trenton is in the tornado warning. Beckmeyer is also in there along with Bartelso as well. New Baden. It's right there on your doorstep. But again, this is the rotating part of the storm moving that way. And again, any part of this line can produce the tornado. This is out of the St. Louis radar site, by the way, guys. So straight line wind damage, by the way, in that area, Belleville area. See if there's any more details on that. Tree onto a house with potential injuries. Get on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You guys can look me up on there too. Effingham County has been underneath a tornado warning. National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Shelby, western Cumberland, northern Effingham counties until 8:30. We just talked about Effingham at 7:50. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado is located over Beecher City. This is the area of that rotation we just checked out a few minutes ago. Are 15 miles west of Effingham, moving east at 50 miles per hour against radar indicated rotation at this time. But again, conditions are favorable for tornadoes to form and develop. Tornado and $half sized hail. This dangerous storm will be near Beecher City and Shumway around 7:55. It's about that time right now. Effingham around 8:05. This also includes, again, I-57, I-70, also Montrose as well. I know a lot of people like to use the Highway 130 to get up there, but again, we take a look here at the Evansville radar site. Actually, Lincoln may be a little bit of a better chance right there. Let's take a look at Lincoln here, because Evansville, and there's that rotation. Whoops, there's that rotating part of the storm right there. There it is, just south of Beecher City right there. We'll draw it out here for you. There's the rotating part of the storm moving east at about 50 miles per hour. And let's go ahead here. It's going to track north of Effingham. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a storm track on this. But I tell you what, this is going to be right between Shumway and Effingham. A storm track on this. And I'm going to focus in on the rotating part of the storm. We'll apply that. Effingham about 13 minutes. Woodbury about 28. But this is a rotating part of the storm. Again, we solved the rotation over Ramsey area, over Beecher City, and now it's starting to get into Effingham County right there already, starting to make its way over there. Let's do a little time lapse here of this. And you can see pretty consistent right there, given its track. This is where it's at. We take a look at the line reflectivity. This part of the line. This part of the line right here, that little notch right there, producing that a little bit right here. I take that back. I can't draw, guys. I can't draw. It's part of the line right here that's producing the rotation. Now, Dietrich is not in the tornado warning, by the way, so. Hi, Cousin Nate. It was good to see you last weekend. You and Britt and Kellum take safe up there in Effingham. Always saying, hi, Dee. As much as we love your lives, they give me anxiety because that means things could get pretty darn serious. Yeah. Yeah, I get that too, Howie. I get that too. Or like the PDS redneck version of term of pretty darn serious. But again, guys, as I mentioned, think of this live stream. I know that Fairfield is not being affected by this line, but consider this a heads up. Consider this to be a heads up of what is likely to come for Fairfield. Again, this is a squall line that has produced damage. It has blown down trees. It has also produced to the north an 80-mile-per-hour wind gust as well. Okay. Severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued for Bond County, northern Clinton County, Fayette County, northern Marion County, southeastern Madison County. It's a wide swath, but again, they're issuing this warning ahead of time until 8:45 at 7:50. Severe storms are located along a line from over Wrights Corner to near Highland, or along a line from 19 miles northeast of Vandalia to near Highland, moving east at 40 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust at quarter-sized tail. This is radar indicated threat. And Carlisle Lake area over there. Again, radar indicated threat. This time it's issued by the National Weather Service office in St. Louis. Update to the severe thunderstorm warning. The damage threat considerable, 70-mile-per-hour winds. For Coles, Edgar, southeastern Moultrie, southeastern Shelby, Cumberland, southeastern Douglas, and northern Effingham counties. Radar indicated threat right there. Again, Charleston, Mattoon, Effingham, Neoga, Chrisman, Oakland, Hume, Brockton, Lerner, and Shumway around 8:05. Time right now is 8:01 with this line. T-Town, Ashmore, and Janesville around 8:10. Kansas, Montrose, and Edgar County Airport around 8:15. Toledo around 8:20. Paris, Greenup, and Jewett around 8:25 for this line. Again, it's an update that severe thunderstorm warning issued by the National Weather Service expires at 44 minutes. Tornado possible tag. Radar indicated as the source. Damage threat considerable. Maximum wind gust 70 miles per hour. The hail about 3/4. Okay, Effingham. Let's go back to you real quick. We'll take a look here at the velocity data. If we have any rotation, we have something trying to spin up. It's right about this area right here. As we play here for you. This is heading pretty much due east. Heading due east right there, as we talked about. So this is going to be, unless if it goes a different direction, this is making a beeline. That's going to be just north of where 57 and 70 meet, north of Effingham. It's going to be pretty close. But still, though, it's approaching that. And we all know, for those of us live here locally, we all know how heavily traveled that stretch of interstate is. If you know someone up in Effingham, again, tornado warning, radar indicated at this time. But again, conditions are favorable for the development of tornadoes. Let's go ahead and I want to zoom out a little bit. And we're going to go to reflectivity. Okay, there's an observed tornado. Observed tornado, radar confirms it. This is located over Trenton, near New Baden, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Radar confirmed tornado, Aviston, Trenton, Albers, New Baden around 8:05, Breeze, Germantown, and St. Rose around 8:10, Beckmeyer around 8:20. Again, this is a tornado warning in effect until 8:30 for northwestern Clinton and northeastern St. Clair counties. Tornado producing storm located over Trenton or near New Baden, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Radar confirmed tornado. And so again, Aviston, Trenton, Albers, New Baden. Time right now is 8:03. You have 2 minutes. Breeze, Germantown, and St. Rose around 8:10. Beckmeyer around 8:20. Other locations, Summerfield, Bartelso, and Stolltown. But again, this is, and also heavy rainfall. Let's talk about that as well. Some tornadoes tonight will be rain wrapped. Do not stand out there on your porch and try to spot the tornado. Do not do that. Hunker down, take shelter, okay, guys? Because I tell you what, rain-wrapped tornadoes are difficult to see. Radar confirms it. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the data. Take a look at the velocity data of this. And there it is. That is a couplet. There it is right there. It's going this way. Hang on here. Whoops. Let's take a look at this again. Go back here a little bit. You can just see it just go this way right here. Yeah. New Baden Albers right there in that area. Yep. There it is. So this is, yeah. That's it. Zoom in a little bit tighter here. There's the areas right there of that tornado warning. Aviston, Breeze, Germantown, Albers, Bartelso, Beckmeyer, Carlisle. You're just right there on the fringe of it. But boy, I tell you what, if if you know someone over in Carlisle, I would definitely tell them, you better keep your eyes peeled to the west. I know some people up there in that area, so please, again, Albers, Bartoso, Breeze, Carlisle. No, Carlisle, you're just outside of the tornado warning polygon, but I would definitely be taking shelter, be on the safe side. Aveston, Trenton, Albers, New Baden, that area. It's a tornado warning. It is confirmed. It's observed. Radar confirmed tornado moving east at 40. Let me go ahead and see here if there's a. I'm not seeing anything correlate. Well, let's see here. Hang on here. Let's take a look at this. And I'm not seeing that dark. I'm not seeing that green and blue together. I'm not seeing that on here. Actually, wait, there it was. I have to slow down a little bit. If I can, hang on. But there it was right there. I just now saw it. I just now saw it. Okay, guys, let me see here. Hang on. There it was right there. Yeah. So if you see this right here, let me zoom in. This is what I'm talking about. Remember I talked about the blue and the green? You see how it's like kind of like this? You see that right? You see, that's what I'm talking about right there. That new, just north of the New Baden right there, Trenton. Yeah. You can just see how just kind of consistent, kind of moving that way. Yeah. So there it is. Yeah. I was gonna say that right there is what we're looking for in terms of correlation coefficient. That's what we're looking for. And I tell you what, if those of you locally know this too, there's a lot of good athletes in that area. There's a lot of good athletics in that area. So thinking of those guys over there. Got some people I know that live over there, over in the Breeze area, and Bartoso, Beckmeyer, and all that. So heads up for you guys. If you know someone in that area, give them a heads up. Carlisle, again, you guys are... Again, you're not in a warning, but boy, I tell you what, I'd definitely be heading down there. We'll see if there's another update. Just got a severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued. Just happened to see this on here until 9 o'clock. Clinton County, Washington County, Southern Monroe, Northern Randolph, Eastern St. Clair County until 9 o'clock. 7:56, severe storms are located along a line from over Scott Air Force Base to 5 miles southeast of New Design, or along a line from over Scott Air Force Base to near Redbud, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Radar indicated 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-sized hail. Redbud, New Athens, New Baden, Trenton, Albers, Aveston, Marissa, Germantown, Oakville, Breeze, Sparta, Lovely Grove, Beckmeyer, Tilden, Carlisle, Coulterville, Nashville, Walmack, and Irvington. A tornado has a tornado possible tag. We're talking about 76,400 people, homes affected, about 33,600. These storms in Missouri, man, I'm telling you, they are crazy right now. Absolute craziness. Those of you in Effingham, probably getting the squall line right now coming in. You know, Nathan's up there and everything. I was going to say, I'm concerned about this part. So about this part right here. That was moving east. So Toledo, green up. I would definitely be keeping an eye on this for sure. single as well, right there on your doorstep, Effingham. Again, what I'm concerned with regarding your cells to the north of you. Also, looks like here, let me see this. Looks like may have something trying to. No, there's no tornado warning out for it yet. Feel like in this area right here, there's something that's trying to spin up. Let me go ahead and do something here. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. I may just stick with the red probably. That's what I get. We'll go with the red anyway and see what happens. But I'm concerned about this area over here. I'm concerned about this area. It looks like there's something trying to spin up right there. So that may be worth keeping an eye on right there. So northern Clay County, southern Effingham County, I would definitely be keeping an eye on that. An update on that. Give me a moment here. Hi, Dave. Good to hear from you. John, hi. Hi, John. Who else is out there? Angela. Hi, Angela. Tammy. Hi, my first grade teacher, Tammy Mugridge. How about that? Nathan said, yeah, it's coming in hard right now. Yeah. Hey, Nathan, I tell you what, it's just you guys are getting blitzed right now up there in Effingham. But it looks like the rotating part of your storm is just to your, it's just to the north of you. Yeah, someone texted me a photo of the clouds over there, by the way, in Beckmeyer area. So, as I mentioned here, guys, if you know of any shelters that are open tonight, churches, businesses, feel free to post on the live chat. I do know, if I'm not mistaken, I think the hang on, wrong place. West Antioch Church between Mill Shoals and Berry Prairie. I know their basement, I believe, is open tonight. That's the one I know. I think I saw one over at Mount Carmel earlier, I think. So shout out to the businesses and churches for opening their doors, because not everyone has a basement and not everyone has that storm cellar. And so, again, I want to run this by you here since we're getting closer, since the line is getting closer to us, about tornado safety here. Well, we have a moment. Tornado sheltering guidelines. Again, worst options, mobile homes, vehicles underneath the highway, overpass. Bad options, large open rooms like gymnasiums, manufactured housing. Good options, again, interior room, well-constructed home or building, a basement. Then your best options as well. Above or below ground tornado storm shelter that's compliant. Loma FEMA safe room as well. Again, for the worst options, bad options are listed. Hey, leave. If a tornado warning is issued, again, seek the best available refuge area immediately when a tornado warning is issued. So just some guidelines right there for you. Also, if you happen to be driving down the road, it's nighttime and where visibility is low. Get tornadoes and road safety, what to do, what not to do. What to do if a tornado warning is issued, get off the road. Best option to drive to a designated shelter, basement, or safe room. Next best option is a small windowless room or hallway on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Again, do not seek refuge in a vehicle outside or under an overpass. And a highway overpass does not provide safety from a tornado. So just something to keep in mind about here over the course of the night. I also have here too, it's nothing reported yet this time regarding this, but I also have the Wayne Wyatt Electric outage map as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's go back here to the situation here. Tornado warning issued for Salem. All right, we have an update regarding the cell that's moving over. Again, the Carlisle, Beckmeyer, Bartoso area. Tornado warning for northeastern Clinton, southern Fayette, Marion County until 9 o'clock at 8:15. Tornado producing storm was located over Beckmeyer or near Carlisle, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Damaging tornado and quarter-sized tail. This is a radar-confirmed tornado. This tornado will be near Carlisle around 8:20. Timer now is 8:15. Boulder and Shattuck around 8:30. Ferryman and Sandoval around 8:35. You also have Posey, Huey, Farron, Hoffman, Keysport, Junction City, Vernon, Somerville, Tonti, and Alma. Also Carlisle Lake recreational area. So again, northeastern Clinton, southern Fayette, Marion counties until 9 o'clock. And again, 8:15, tornado-producing storm is located over Beckmeyer near Carlisle, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Radar-confirmed tornado issued by the National Weather Service Office in St. Louis. About 29,700 people affected, homes affected, about 13,300 within that tornado warning. Again, Salem, Carlisle, Sandoval, Odin, Central City, Tonti. And there is the cell, also including Iuka as well. Iuka, Alma, Kinmundy, Patoka, Vernon. This also includes Highway 51, I-57, Highway 50. And there's the rotating part of the storm right there. There it is. It's right there. Going this way over there. We go ahead and put a storm track on this. Carlisle about 6 minutes away. Sandoval 23 minutes away. Salem about 34. Kinmundy 43. Iuka 45. According to storm track impact durations. We'll keep an eye on it right there for you. Toledo and Greenup heads up for you guys. And let me see here if there's any more information on this. 811. Okay. Tornado have dollar size tail radar indicator rotation. Located near Neoga, moving east at 45. Okay, and we just had a warning come in. And this is a wide swath of a tornado warning. Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for northwestern Crawford, northern Jasper, western Clark, Cumberland County, and northeastern Effingham County until 9 o'clock at 8:18. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Neoga, moving east at 50 miles per hour. As soon as I clicked on it, bam, it just popped up. Tornado quarter-sized tail, radar indicator rotation. This dangerous storm will be near Greenup, Toledo, and Jewett around 8:25. Also, Casey and Martinsville also impacted by this. I-70, Highway 49, Highway 130. So this includes Toledo, Greenup, Timothy, Casey, Hazeldale, Martinsville. Yes, this also includes Moonshine, Illinois, population 2. Rose Hill, Hidalgo. By the way, if you've never been to Moonshine, I highly recommend you guys check it out if you haven't been to Moonshine. Now, I know you guys are looking, as we look at this line coming in, and we just now see this over here too. We'll get to that in a moment. You see, this is the line right here. Obviously, looks nasty and everything like that. Looks strong, looks potent. But also, let's get to this real quick. Particularly dangerous situation. A PDS tornado warning. PDS tornado warning issued For northeastern Clinton, southern Fayette, and Marion counties at 8:19, a confirmed and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Carlisle, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Radar confirmed tornado. It's already impacting Carlisle right now. Shattuck around 8:30. Sandoval, Boulder, and Central City around 8:35. Again, Posey, Huey, Hoffman, Farron, Keysport, Junction City, Somerville, Tonti, Rubiker, and Alma. And again, this is a PDS tornado warning. Particularly dangerous situation. We talked about the PDS tornado watch earlier. This is a PDS tornado warning. So there is a confirmed and extremely dangerous tornado over Carlisle, moving east at 45 miles per hour. And that's what that purple is right there. And we'll take a look at velocity data. There it is. Oh, look at that. Look at the velocity. Look at the couplet on this. There it is right over Carlisle. And there it is. Moving this way. Put a little set it right there in animation. We'll get this here for you. It's kind of getting closer to the end of the radar here. Let me go ahead and, but you can definitely tell it's, yeah, PDS tornado warning. Iuka, you're also in it, along with Kinmundy, Alma, Patoka, Sandoval, Junction City, Central City, Centralia. It's just to the north of you, but a PDS tornado warning issued. And there's a dangerous tornado over Carlisle, Illinois right now. Put a storm track on this. Sandoval, 18 minutes. Salem, 30. Alma, 34. Kinmundy, 40. That is a nasty. I gotta say that definitely is a strong couplet right there, folks. There's Carlisle over here. Zoom in. Beckmeyer, Carlisle, Huey just to the east. This is right over the Clinton County Fairgrounds over there. The Sunset Motel in Carlisle. Carlisle Parks and Recreation, St. Mary's Cemetery. Underneath the gun of this. And again, PDS tornado warning issued. Let's take a look here at, and let me see here. I may be toward the end of the radar site. I meant to go to St. Louis. Let's see. And there it is. There's the, let's play this here. Oh yeah, look at this. So remember the correlation coefficient, guys? This is what I'm talking about. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. You can see the track of this. Oops. That's what I get for hitting play instead of pause. Okay. So there it is. This right here is the correlation coefficient. So remember the red is like light rain. You know, there's just like, the red is light rain, it's rain and all that, it's normal. But when you have this blue and green like this right here, that means there's trees, there's sighting from homes being sucked up into the atmosphere. And this right here is that correlation coefficient. And you can see it just right over Carlisle right there. And it's still in the east, it's still right there in the central part of Carlisle. But look at this. Just started right about Germantown area and just right there. Correlation coefficient right there, folks. That is just when I was in Carlisle about maybe I was in a Carlisle area actually not too long ago. So there's that correlation coefficient again when it was heading into Carlisle. And there you see it right there just over to the east of Carlisle. I did a game years ago in Carlisle. I covered Edwards County Lions when they played Carlisle regular season years ago. Just when you think about communities that you've been to and you see their name pop up and it just, your heart sinks a little bit, folks. Your heart sinks a little bit. So there it is right there. It's moving in this direction, moving just right along Highway 50. Let's go ahead here. Again, PDS tornado warning. Let's see if there's any more information on this. It's moving east at 45 miles per hour. And again, it's nighttime. Visibility's low. But PDS tornado warning has been issued. For northeastern Clinton, southern Fayette, and Marion counties. Now, I'm waiting to hear. I have a connection in that area. Haven't heard any more. Okay. And it looks like they've updated the tornado warning right here. For northeastern Clinton, southern Fayette, and Marion counties at 8:26, a tornado-producing storm was located near Carlisle, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Damaging tornado quarter-sized tail. Radar confirmed tornado. So Shattuck and Carlisle area about 8:30. Sandoval, Boulder, and Central State around 8:35. Fairman, Odin, and Patoka around 8:40. You also have Farron, Huey, Hoffman, Keysport, Junction City, Selmaville, Tonti, Brubaker, and Alma. Carlisle Lake Recreational Area as well. There's an update to this here too. Let me see. Okay, tornado. Okay, it's moved out of the area. Okay, just doing a brief update right there. Okay. Also, we got a severe thunderstorm warning for Jefferson County. Let's take a look at this. Has a tornado possible tag. Radar indicated severe thunderstorm warning for Perry County, northwestern Jefferson County until 9:30, 8:25. Severe storms are located along a line extending from 8 miles west of Wamak to near Evansville, Illinois, not Indiana, moving east at 50 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-sized tail, radar indicated threat. Locations impacted include Mount Vernon, Pinckneyville, Woodlawn, Tamaroa, Willisville, Dix, Cutler, and Waltonville. Also remain alert for a possible tornado as well, as it does have that tornado possible tag with it. 1 inch maximum hail size would be a quarter in size. Tornado possible tag. About 35 some thousand people in the warned area. So Mount Vernon, Pinckneyville, Tamaroa, Willisville, Cutler, Woodlawn. About 16,000 homes affected by it. So I know we're on the correlation coefficient, guys. I'm sorry about that. Let me go ahead and get to this. Here's the rotation. Here's that rotating part of the storm, by the way. And we'll see here when that spawned the PDS tornado warning for Carlisle. You can actually just see it right there. Just move right over Carlisle. It's weakened some a little bit, which is good. We'll certainly take it for sure. But again, Salem, Marion County, you guys, again, keep that in mind. You got a storm that's produced a tornado, has a history of producing tornadoes, so be on your guard. Leading edge of the line, pushing this way. There's a rotation. If there's a tornado on the ground, if it's still on the ground, it's right there where I circled in. Live chat open, by the way, guys. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect northeastern Clinton, southern Fayette, Marion County, northeastern Washington County until 9:15, 8:30. Severe storms are located along a line from near Patoka to near over Walmack, along a line from 13 miles south of Vidalia to near Centralia, moving east at 50 miles per hour. 70-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-size tail, radar indicated threat there. So I want to go ahead and say that again, prayers to those in the Carlisle area. Let's hope that minimal damage was caused. But I tell you what, that was you saw the rotation, we saw the correlation coefficient. It looks like there's an update to the warning. Radar indicator rotation this time, but still, as I've seen before in the past, you have a storm that produces a tornado. A tornado can lift up and then can drop down another one. But Carlisle, Illinois, thinking of those guys over there in that area. Carlisle, Beckmeyer. 8:30 severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located over Fairman, 9 miles north of Centralia, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Radar indicator rotation, Fairman, Odin, Sandoval, Patoka and Shattuck around 8:35, Salem around 8:40, Omega, Kimbundy, and Farina around 8:50. So Junction City, Taunty, Somerville, Brubaker, Alma, and Iuka with that one. But this is also something here too, guys. We've talked about the squall line and the potential it has for producing tornadoes. Remember, tornadoes can enhance the damage. They can spin up and enhance the damage. And that's what we saw as an example of over there in the Carlisle area. Again, hopefully it was on the ground, but that correlation coefficient along with the rotation signature, it was a strong one. It was a strong rotation signature, strong correlation coefficient. Got some rotation in Toledo Greenup area that's radar indicated, but heads up for you guys over there. KZ in Martinsville, Marshall. Severe thunderstorm warning issued. Tornado possible attack for southeastern Coles, Crawford County, southeastern Edgar, eastern Jasper, Clark counties until 9:30. At 8:31, severe storms are located along a line extending from 7 miles southwest of Newport to 7 miles northwest of Paris to near Westfield, moving east at 55 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, radar indicated threat. Paris and Edgar County Airport around 8:35, Vermilion around 8:45. And the rotation with this one, which is starting to intensify a little bit. Let me see here. Which radar site am I on? I'm going to go. We have an update on the warning just west of Mount Vernon. It was actually on the Evansville radar site. Okay. I don't know if I was still on the St. Louis one or not, but this one is approaching, what is that? 1:30, right in the Liberty Hill D's area, getting a signature right there. And also just west of Hazel Dell, Oak Point as well. Something to keep an eye on right there, just west of Hazel Dell, north of Hidalgo. Got a radar signature, got little couplets trying to form right there. Fairfield, Wayne County, you guys are good so far, but the line's coming in from the west. For those of you that are hopping on here. Hi, Julie. Good to hear from you. Hi, Jenny. Trying to see who else. Chrissy saying, Sisney Christian Church is open. Hi, thanks, Chrissy. Appreciate it. I know, again, West Antioch Church between Mill Shoals and Barrett Prairie, their shelter is open tonight. If anyone wants to go to shelter there. But I do know that there are some shelters that are open for those who need shelter. Not heard anything out of the Carlisle area yet, but for those of you in Carlisle, I know we've got some friends over there. You're on the backside of that line. It's already past you. And in case you're wondering, by the way, guys, I know we talked about the squall line here and everything. If you look out west, there is nothing behind it. So we just got to get through this squall line of storms. Once the line moves through, then that's when we could all just breathe a sigh of relief. But this line's got to go through. Do see some trying to spin up Highway 45, a little bit of a couplet trying to form just south of Watson, just on the southern part of Effingham County. So they're trying to form right there. But again, you look at this here, we got multiple areas, and this is actually, there it is again. If you look right here, we got one area right here. We got maybe this one. We've got this right here. This is the same one that prompted that PDS tornado warning. And this one is looking nasty here too, folks. It's starting to ramp up again. This couplet. Again, I showed you guys reflectivity, but Doppler radar, this is what it's about right here. The velocity data. This is the same one that tracked over Carlisle and had that tornado with it. And there's an update to this. Radar indicated rotation so far, but it looks like that couplet is starting to ramp up again. Look near Fairman, 6 miles northwest of Salem, moving east at 55 miles per hour highway speed. Salem, Odin, and Fairman and Patoka around 8:40. Time right now is 8:37. Still got time. Also, you also have over there Omega, Kim Mundy, and Farina around 8:50. Also, Tonti, Somerville, Brubaker, Alma, and Iuka. Now, for those of you in Clay County, I would definitely be keeping an eye on this storm. We saw what it did over Carlisle just minutes ago. And let me go ahead here if I can. Let me see here. No, I thought I could anyway. But this is the rotating part of the storm that passed through Carlisle and prompted that PDS tornado warning, the same one. You see how it was purple for a little bit right there? That's when it was PDS tornado warning, and there was that confirmed tornado on the ground in the Carlisle area. But you could actually see how it's moving just north of Sandoval. And unless if it makes a quick turn, it's going to go just north of Salem right there. So far, it's north of Highway 50, but it's approaching I-57. It's going to be right between Kim Mundy. It's going to be right between Alma and Salem. And right where 57 takes that bend right there, that's where it's heading towards. And this is the rotating part of the storm right there. Let me see if there's anything here on this. I know we just read that. It's making sure on this. Okay. But those of you in Clay County, I'm looking at Oskaloosa. I'm looking at Omega. I'm looking at Louisville. You guys, Sailor Springs, I would be keeping an eye on this as it's continuing to move toward the east at about 55 miles per hour. And I need a drink. By the way, my iron flask is filled with water. Thanks, Jenny. Appreciate it. Did the best I can. Let's see here. Live chat open, by the way. If you guys want to hop on, say hello. Appreciate you guys watching. Try to keep you guys informed of what's going on here. Fairfield, so far it's quiet, but we got the line to our west still. Again, for those of you who are wondering about shelters, again, Sisney Christian Church is open. West Antioch is open as well. Julie saying headed to the basement. Yeah, anytime you have a storm, and again, where it has the potential. Again, we saw what happened in Carlisle, guys, just minutes ago, and didn't look good on radar. And again, just a heads up for those of you in Oskaloosa, Louisville, Sailor Springs. Again, I know Louisville, Sailor Springs, Oskaloosa is not in a tornado warning, but I would still, I would still be on your guard for this. And I would definitely say, like REO Speedwagon, riding the storm out, keep me turned on and everything. Again, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, with this line coming through, there's nothing behind it. We just gotta let this line, once it passes through, should be in a clear. It is approaching Mount Vernon. Let's see if there's an update on this. Severe thunderstorm warning. Latest update is moving east at 50 miles per hour. Let me see if I put a storm track on this here, guys, and let me go ahead and do this here because I know we got some people watching from Fairfield and all that. And I'm gonna go ahead and probably, let's see here. I want to put on this part of the line. We'll apply it. Mount Vernon, about 22 minutes away, about 19 miles out from it. Fairfield, looking about maybe an hour perhaps is when you should start be able to see it. Mount Carmel, still over an hour away, but again, no, that is the storm track at this time with it. But again, it could speed up, it could slow down, depends on what it does. We talked about the tornadic threat. We saw what happened in Carlisle in the area over there. We saw the damaging wind reports that have come in. But also what we have here is we also have the heavy rain. Again, keep in mind about the flooding situation as well. So again, flooded roadways are difficult to see at night. Turn around, don't drown. Just heard from a friend of mine over in Beckmeyer, where the tornadic storm moved through. They are good here. That is certainly good news. But it looks like a tornado. We're starting to get some details of this. Trying to see if there was anything on it. Peak tornado intensity about 120 to 145. But again, the National Weather Service will have to confirm that. But you can actually see the track kind of going from the Germantown area, south of Beckmeyer, to Carlisle. But again, folks, as I mentioned, we can't let our guard down. What happened to Carlisle can happen to any one of us here tonight. Hi, Dave. You're still watching? Yeah. Yeah, I just remember again going to Carlisle years ago and covering Edwards County football at Carlisle. I remember that. I believe one player I remember from that EC team was Rudy Beatles. I remember him years ago. I think he had a safety in that game over there at Carlisle. Remember that. Hey, Alicia. When's the worst going to hit us, Double D? Yeah, let me do something real quick here, guys, if you don't mind, and let me let me see here. Give me a moment here. I'm gonna look up another source just to be sure here, guys, if you don't mind. Just give me a moment here. Depending on the speed of the storm, I just wanted to look up another source here. Again, it looks to be about an hour away from us. Oops, sorry guys, my bad. That's what I get for hitting the hitting the mouse too quick. Oh my goodness. So just look at the warnings that we have. Marion County, nothing for Clay County yet. Got a warning up there. Radar indicated. Again, that's for northern Jasper, northwestern Crawford, western Clark, eastern Cumberland. We also have one for Marion County as well. Looks like we have an update to the... Okay, now Wayne County. Pretty much all Jefferson County now and parts of Wayne County underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's take a look at this. This just came in. Severe thunderstorm warning. This is issued by Paducah. It's issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Wayne County, southeastern Jefferson County until 9:45. At 8:44, severe storms are located along a line extending from 6 miles east of Salem to near Ashley, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Radar indicated threat, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail. Mount Vernon, Red Lake area, Wayne City, Bluford, Sisney, Ina, Bonnie, Jeff, Bellrive, Sims, Nason, Keens, and Johnsonville. And so again, also remain alert for a possible tornado. We saw what happened earlier in Carlisle over there. So let's go ahead. And I know this is kind of like a radar here, just showing you the warnings and all that. Also, there's an update here to this one. Salem area. Let's see here. Still radar indicated rotation with that one over in Marion County. Again, Clay County not underneath a tornado warning yet. But again, I would definitely be keeping an eye on it over to your west for sure. We saw what happened over Carlisle earlier, as I mentioned. Let's see here. I was wondering why it wasn't popping up, and duh me. See a couple of spots of rotation. You got one right here, right where the little red arrow is right there, just north of Salem. You also have this area right here too. It looks like they've updated the severe thunderstorm warning as well. So 8:47 is the time on that. On from Kim-Mundy to 9 miles west of Helm, 13 miles north of Salem, 11 miles southeast of Salem, moving east at 50 miles per hour. 70-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail with that one tornado possible tag. All right, we got a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued. National Weather Service office in Lincoln, southern Jasper, Richland County, Clay County, and southeastern Effingham until 9:45. At 8:47, severe storms are located along a line extending from near Farina to 6 miles southwest of Omega, moving east at 65 miles per hour. This thing is picking up speed. 70-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail. Radar indicated rotation at this time. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Also, Louisville, Xenia around 8:55. Time is 8:48. Flora and Bible Grove around 9 o'clock. Clay City and Sailor Springs around 9:05. All right, Julie, Sailor Springs, 9:05 for you guys over there. Going to NWS in Lincoln. The locations include Noble, Alney Noble Airport, and Alney. Also, remain alert for a possible tornado. It does have that tornado possible tag. This is the part of the line of the storm that produced the tornado over Carlisle. So again, this is a part of the line here that has shown a rotation. It has produced a tornado that even prompted a PDS tornado warning in the Carlisle area. As you guys can see right there, this right here is that tornado track. There's Germantown over here, there's Carlisle over here, Beckmeyer over here, and that's the track where that rotating part of the storm went to right there. So again, and it was the area of that PDS tornado warning. So something to keep an eye on right there. Now we're using the Evansville radar site since it's a little bit closer. Look here as well. This is the St. Louis radar site. Now, St. Louis reporting here, if you look at their radar site, spin up right there, perhaps a couple of areas within the line. going this way. I can't even draw an arrow to save my life. There it is right over there. But something to keep an eye on here, especially for those of you in Xenia, Flora, Louisville. I just can't let our guard down here, folks. We saw what happened in Carlisle. Can't let our guard down. Mount Vernon, the line getting closer to you, by the way. Already impacting Woodlawn. Woodlawn getting the leading edge of it, along with Idlewood, Dix, Texaco in that area. Zooming in a little bit more. There's Divide. There's Harmony. There's Marlow just to the south. So Jefferson County, Mount Vernon, you're probably starting to see some lightning. You may be hearing some thunder over there your guys' way. But it is coming in from the west. Again, severe thunderstorm warning, but again has that tornado possible tag with it. My watch is telling me to stand up and exercise. No, I am sitting right here. By the way, I've been on here for nearly 2 hours covering this. Tornado warnings down there in Missouri. And these look nasty as well, supercells. It's interesting how we're getting the line and down there getting a supercell. I wonder what Louisville's got. Okay. I know it was low on Louisville, Kentucky. I thought it was a tornado warning and I had to look up quick again. I just got curious. Again, once we get through this line, once this line passes through, we should be in the clear. We should be good. Appreciate you guys hopping on here. Appreciate you guys spreading the word as well about this live stream. Let me do something real quick on my end. I just want to refresh something here. Appreciate you guys sharing the live stream, by the way. Christy, I just saw you happen to share it. Just happened to see that just now. So while I have a moment here, guys, while we're waiting here, I want to go ahead and pop up something here real quick. I want to pop up some nighttime severe weather safety tips for you. Okay, tornado warning has been issued. Radar indicated for Clay County, Western Richland County, and Clay County. All right, let's read the details on this. Again, tornado warning, National Weather Service office in Lincoln. Until 9:45 to 8:53, severe storms capable of producing a tornado were located along a line extending from near Farina to 6 miles northwest of Helm, moving east at 55 miles per hour. We talked about, again, I keep saying Carlisle, I know, but this is the same part of the cell that moved through the Carlisle area that prompted the tornado, that PDS tornado warning for Carlisle earlier. Radar indicator rotation. Xenia, 9 o'clock, you get about 6 minutes. Flora and Louisville around 9:05. The locations of these tornadic storms include Clay City, Sailor Springs, Noble, and Alney Noble Airport. All right, so again, this is radar indicator rotation, but again, treat it as if it's the real thing here, given what we have seen. I know that Julie said she's down there in the basement right now. You guys, this is coming in. So this includes Flora, Noble, Clay City, Sailor Springs, Louisville. Let's take a look here at the velocity data. You can see right there, there is some rotation with this. I'll draw that rotation out here for you. Rotating part of the storm right here. Set the animation here for you. This is the St. Louis radar site. And we'll check out the Evansville radar site as well. But if we got any rotation, it's right there. Still pretty consistent with the circle I drew in the track. And you can see earlier in the scan how that little purple polygon, that was that PDS tornado warning. Also, tornado warning issued for northern Wayne County as well. All right. Marin, good to hear from you, Mighty Marin. I'll get to you in a moment. Let's take a look at this here. Tornado warning issued for northern Wayne County until 9:30. By the way, sirens are going off in Florida, according to my good friend James Murphy. Tornado warning for northern Wayne County until 9:30, 8:56. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Helm, 13 miles east of Salem, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Tornado a quarter-sized tail. Again, I stress it's radar indicated rotation at this time. Sisney, you got at 9:05. Dangerous storm will be near Sisney at 9:05. Also Johnsonville. Also can't forget about Mount Erie earlier as well. Radar indicated rotation. This tornado warning expires at 9:30. You got 33 minutes. Hail size about a quarter and in diameter as it's focusing right here. And I'll draw this out here for you guys. Focused on this part of the storm right here for northern Wayne County going this way. So, again, this is the rotating part of the storm that they're focused in on, that they're keyed in on. Let's see here. Marin, it's good to hear from you. So again, Clay County, you guys are underneath. Again, a tornado warning radar indicated at this time. And I think it's going to be expired. Yeah, okay. Making sure on that. I'll put a storm track on this here for you, Marin. Let me just get this real quick. Give me a moment here. Let's see. You said Carbondale, right? Okay. So Marin, for you guys in Carbondale real quick. Carbondale down here. Let me go to the Paducah radar site. That's a little bit closer for you guys. So right now you got a little cell over there just north of Murfreesboro. Not impacting you right now at the moment. But I would definitely say the Perryville storm, Perryville, Fredericktown, the Farmington area, if it holds itself together, that'd be the cluster I'd be concerned with, by the way, for you. So, little storm track on this as well. And then we'll just jump right back up here to the local area. So we're looking at, this one's going about near 60. Heron, about 54 minutes. Marion, 59. Murfreesboro, 36. There you go, Mighty Marion. Thanks for watching. Good to hear from you. And Mighty Marion in the house. All right. Let's take a look here at this tornado warning. Clay County, Richland County. You guys, tornado warning radar indicated. I think I may have mentioned it already. Expires at 46 minutes until 9:45. Again, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Xenia around 9 o'clock. Flora and Louisville at 9:05. Radar indicated tornado warning, but this is the same part of the storm that spawned the tornado in the Carlisle area. Okay, let's take a look here at the storm in northern Wayne County. This one, take a look at the velocity data on it. If we have any rotation, we got something trying to spin up. It's in this area right here. You just see it just kind of following right there in the middle. Johnsonville over here, Sisney over here. The 161 extension is over here. And there's Highway 45. 161 right there. Also, can't forget about this either as well. Can't forget. Storm sirens are going off in Fairfield, by the way. I had to take off my headset just to hear it. Now, Fairfield, you are not in the severe thunderstorm warning. You're not in the tornado warning either. But it's northern Wayne County is the area of focus. But the squall line is still over to your west. But again, any part of this line, any part of it, as I'll show you here, the reflectivity, any part of this line has the potential, has the capability of producing a tornado. And again, as we see right here, for example, severe thunderstorm warnings with a possible tag. It's like what we had earlier over at Carlisle with that PDS tornado warning. Couple areas right here. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. Couple of areas right here for Clay County in terms of rotation that I see on here. Louisville, Sailor Springs in that area. Also Xenia, Florida in that area as well. Again, any part of this line could produce a brief spin up of a tornado. Yeah, Denise, I'm hearing the sirens as well. Appreciate you guys hopping on here. Appreciate it. Share the live stream as well. I'm seeing some people sharing it. We appreciate it. Keeping you guys informed of what's going on. Again, you're hearing the sirens going off in Fairfield. That's because we have a storm. It's over here in northern Wayne County. Let's see if there's any more updates on this. Time is 9:02. At 8:56, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Helm, 13 miles east of Salem, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Radar indicator rotation with this. Sisney, 9:05. Get about 3 minutes to go. I do know that the Sisney Christian Church, I know they had their shelter open. They are their building open for shelter over there. But again, it's radar indicator rotation at this time. But keep in mind, we're underneath that PDS tornado watch until 11 o'clock. So already, time right now is 9 o'clock. We've got about 2 hours to go of this tornado watch. Let's take a look at reflectivity data right here. This is the part of the cell that we are concerned with in terms of rotation. Again, we just can't rule out a brief spin up. There it is right there. What I circled for you is the rotating part of the storm. Also, by the way, guys, Facebook, I'm on YouTube as well. You guys can follow me on there. You can see my YouTube handle down there at the bottom left corner of the screen. Subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't done so already. I use my YouTube as well, so you guys can follow along on there. If you guys are new to my live stream, welcome aboard, and we'll get through this together, guys. We'll get through it together. Wayne City, you're still underneath that severe thunderstorm warning. Mount Vernon getting impacted by the line of storms coming in. Yeah, sirens went off in Fairfield. Hi, Kelly. Good to hear from you. All right, guys. This is the line right here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. This is the line right here that has prompted the severe thunderstorm warnings. The red polygons, which you see, are the tornado warnings as well. So this line extends all the way down to Missouri, all the way down to Arkansas and Indiana. But we're focused on our area right now, our local area, for coverage. And we could actually see, you look at reflectivity, but the velocity data has really been helpful here tonight. We do have, looks like some rotation starting to form in the Sailor Springs area, according to the, we call a little spinny thing right there. We'll call it that. Also, this was the part of the rotation that was starting to form near the Iuka area. It's starting to move over this way. Let me go ahead here and put a storm track on this here for you. And that way you guys can see Let me go ahead and set this real quick here for you guys, and just to show you the motion, the movement. Just kind of see it kind of going just to about the north of Johnsonville, just to the north of Johnsonville right there. It's not nearly as strong as it once was before, but again, it could cycle back. It can cycle back again. So we have seen that before in the past. Let me go ahead and set a storm track here for you. And we're going to go over here this time, and we're going to apply it because this thing is traveling pretty fast. Mount Airy, you got about 19 minutes to go. Parkersburg 28, Calhoun 30, West Salem 31, Bone Gap 32. This is hugging the 161 extension just to north of that. But again, this is where it is. So appreciate you guys joining me here on Facebook, as well as YouTube and Twitch. But again, Johnsonville, Sisney, Mount Airy, the tornado warning polygon is just to your north. I would still take shelter just in case. That's what I would do. Parkersburg, Calhoun, West Salem. Hey, I guess I mentioned it earlier, guys. This is where a part of the line can actually form a spin up of a tornado. Mount Vernon, you guys are getting impacted by the storm. Wayne City, this is coming upon you. I know I'm focused on the velocity data. Here's a reflectivity. And there it is. It's getting closer to Blueford, actually, Wayne City, right there on Highway 15. Jennifer, at the moment, we are seeing the line enter northwestern Wayne County. It has not entered Sisney yet. Johnsonville, it's just knocking right there on your back door. Fairfield, still good for now, but again, this line is coming in there from the west. By the way, I see 75 people, 75 devices watching me on Facebook Live. I greatly appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I just do it when I can. As long as I'm able and available to do this, I do it voluntarily. I'll zoom down here. Take a look here at this. Highway 45 is right here. See 45 over here. Rotating part of the cell just to right about the Johnsonville area. If there's any rotation, if there's anything trying to spin up, it's right there in the Johnsonville area. Let me go ahead and see here if there's any more information on this. See if there's anything new. And so far, nothing new yet, but it was moving at about 60 miles per hour. So that is where it's at. But again, it's not. And guys, for those of you that have been on here since since the storm was over Carlisle, definitely a huge difference in what the couplet looks like, the correlation coefficient, the velocity data. What we had over Carlisle, that so far has been the strongest signature we have seen of the night so far in our area and region. This right here, but obviously, as I've said before, when you have tornadoes, along a line, again, they could really spin up briefly. And so sometimes radar has a hard time picking up that rotation because it's just so brief. It's so brief. But again, we can't rule out a brief spin up with this. The threat, the potential is there for it. So again, guys, we just cannot let our guard down. Fairfield, so far, you're not underneath a warning, but northern Wayne County is for the northern part of it. We'll zoom in a little bit. Mount Airy, just to your north, but again, County Highway 3 between Mount Airy and Wynoosa. Enterprise Road, County Highway 2, that's the 161 extension. Johnsonville, there's the rotating part of your storm right there. But again, so far, no new updates yet for northern Wayne County. We're keeping an eye on that here for you. If there is an update, you will see this red polygon. You will start to see it kind of flash, kind of like a beep, like it'll flash and everything like that. So we'll keep an eye on it. Okay, we have an update. Just like that right there with the severe thunderstorm warning, we have an update on this. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they're saying right now. Here's the latest update here on a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 9:45. For northern Wayne and southeastern Jefferson counties at 9:09, severe storms are located along a line extending from near Florida to near Rend Lake area, moving east at 45 miles per hour. And again, the hazard, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail, radar indicated threat. Again, Mount Vernon, Rend Lake, Wayne City, Blueford, Sisney, Ina, Bonnie, Jeff, Bell Rive, Sims, Nason, Keens, and Johnsonville. It's issued by Paducah. Tornado possible tag. All right. We have a tornado warning that has just been issued here. Let's take a look at this. Actually, this is an update, I should say. Tornado warning in effect until 9:45 for western Richland and southeastern Clay counties. At 9:09, severe storms capable of producing tornadoes were located along a line extending from near Sailor Springs to near Xenia, moving east at 60 miles per hour. If you recall, I mentioned those areas earlier saying, hey, give you a heads up. I hope you guys took shelter as it's a radar indicator rotation. But again, we talked about the brief spin-ups here along this line as dangerous storms will be near Clay City, Noble, and Sailor Springs around 9:15. Time right now is 9:11. Also, Albany Noble Airport around 9:20. So again, radar indicator rotation, tornado warning. But given the atmosphere, given what we've seen here tonight so far, I would treat this as if it's the real thing. Because again, you can't rule out the possibility of a brief spin up anywhere along this line. I know it's on velocity data now. We take a look at reflectivity, and there's the line coming in from the west. And this line looks pretty potent, by the way, folks. All right, we have an update on northern Wayne County. Let's go ahead and take a look at this here. This is from Paducah, northeastern Wayne County. And the latest update on this at 9:11. Severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located near Sisney, 7 miles south of Florida, moving east at 55 miles per hour, traveling highway speed. Tornado and quarter-sized hail, radar indicator rotation. Time right now is 9:12. Sisney, 3 minutes away from reaching you, along with Johnsonville as well. Also, can't forget about Mount Erie either. Again, radar indicated rotation. We'll take a look at the velocity data on this here in a moment. Moving east. By the way, the hail size on this, about 1 inch. That's about quarter size. Impacts, by the way, as well. As you can see right there, Sisney, Johnsonville, Enterprise, Reinhard, Wynoost, Blue Point. Let me go ahead and see here while I have a moment. My end. I also have the Wayne White outage map as well. Nothing yet for Wayne White. And by the way, too, in case we happen to lose power and internet, that's when my stream goes down. So I hope that this stream goes on, that it survives the storm and everything, that it stays going during the storm. No warning yet for Fairfield, nor Edwards County, nor Hamilton County. I've not mentioned Hamilton County yet. Benton underneath the severe thunderstorm warning. For those of you in Hamilton County, you got that line over to your west, knocking on your back door. Let's take a look here at the velocity data. Thank you, Camden. Appreciate it. Thank you, Miss White. Try to keep you guys informed and abreast. Thank you, MJ, Liz, and John. Thank you, Tammy, Christy, Kathy. All right. But this line coming in. And let me see if there's any more damage reports out of this. I know that there was a tree that fell on a home at Belleville, possible injuries there. Carlisle with the tornado. And again, too, folks, one thing to note, I mentioned this earlier, and that is with this line, I talk about the brief spin-ups here. These spin-ups can be rain-wrapped as well. So meaning that, you could try to look outside and try to see it, but that tornado could be rain wrapped. And it's like you have this fog, like it is when you're driving through fog and everything, how it's so hard to see. That's the same exact thing with this line. That is, if you had a spin up of a tornado, that's what can happen. So anytime a warning is issued, I highly encourage you to take shelter because, again, we can't rule out the possibility of brief spin-ups that could occur along this line, as we have seen already here so far tonight. And look at Carlisle as an example. It looks like there was another one too, just right about the Trenton, New Baden area. All right. Let's take a look here at velocity data. And we'll see here. Am I on the Evansville radar site? I am. Okay. So the rotating part of the storm for Wayne County, this area right here still see a little notch right there. You can't see a little notch right there. Kind of goes like this. That'd be your rotating part of the storm right there. Again, just moving due east right there. Hugging pretty much just north of the 161 extension. But again, any part of this line, again, we can't rule out the possibility of spin ups here. But you could actually make out exactly where the storms are with this line. Let's go ahead and put a storm track here. I'm going to do some storm tracking here, guys. So I know we got some people watching. Give me a moment here as I get this back to reflectivity data. There it is. Wayne City, you guys are pretty much underneath the gun right now. And this may be, we'll go about the heaviest part of it. Fairfield to get about 18 minutes. Albion 39. Grayville 45. Mount Carmel 60. Then Princeton about an hour. Thanks, Mary. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate it. Appreciate the compliments, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't done so already. It's down at the bottom left of your screen. Also, I'm on Twitch as well. Just actually create a Twitch account before hopping on here. So that would be, by the way, if you happen to be on Twitch, it's Derek Dunn 89. And a lot of people like to use Twitch for entertainment, live streaming, and everything, but it comes in handy. Adds another platform to my live streaming of severe weather. All right. As for the storm up there in northern Wayne County, let me go ahead and do this real quick. And close that storm track and put another storm track on this one. And we talked about Sisney and everything like that earlier. And I'm going to focus in on the rotating part of the storm. West Salem 23 minutes, Vincennes 53. It's a little bit right there. Seeing a notch right there form. If you look right there, let me see. What's at the storm track? Kind of starting to see it a little bit just right there. But let me go ahead and look at it. I'm going to look at velocity here because that's kind of interesting to me. Yeah, about right here in this area. So let's redo that. I'm going to redo that again. But this is the area right here. Yeah, West 724, Vincennes 53. And again, that's going to be mainly traveling over rural parts. But I also can't forget, too, I know the storm track did not mention it. I would also give a heads up to anyone, Lancaster, Oreo, Allendale, Berryville. Giving you guys a heads up over there as well. Fairfield, still no severe thunderstorm warning yet, but that line is approaching the edge of the severe thunderstorm warning polygon. So a warning may be necessary here for Fairfield, Golden Gate, Albion, Mill Shoals as well. I'm not talking about Mill Shoals or Springerton yet. But I tell you what, though, with the way this line has been potent here, with the way it's been strong, and the history that it has with the wind damage in the St. Louis area and Belleville and all that, I would not be surprised if of a severe thunderstorm warning being issued here for this. But again, we'll see what Paducah does here. But again, as you can see right there, there's the line. There's Fairfield right here. So it's already impacting Wayne City. Sims is right there on your back door. Jeff, it's also coming in from the west. Hasn't reached you yet. Enterprise. So for those of you right about the Enterprise Road, Highway 15, Highway 45, guys, this line is coming in. It's a strong line. It's potent. Clay County, no new update on you guys. 9:45 is when your tornado warning expires, along with Richland County as well. But again, be alert for possible tornado. Same way with the northern Wayne County storm. McLeansboro, Mill Shoals, No warnings for you guys yet. But you guys keep an eye on it. Because again, this line is potent. It's coming in. Let me see here if I can put a storm track here. I've done one for Fairfield already. Let's do one for McLeansboro. And we got some people in Hamilton County that watch the live stream. So let's go ahead and put a storm track on this. And also Carmi. I've not talked about Carmi yet. Let me see here. We'll apply this. We'll go with the same speed. McLeansboro, 25 minutes. Carmi, 57. Grayville, about an hour. So that is where that's at right now. So far, it's been quiet. We've not had any storms or rain here for several hours. But I tell you what. If you guys can't watch me on Facebook, I don't know. Facebook can be kind of weird. Follow me on YouTube. My YouTube handle's down there at the bottom left. And I'm also on a Twitch as well. And for some reason, again, it's the settings that I have. I don't know. Facebook has just changed it or something. Meta. I blame Meta for this because they changed the settings for it. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued. Let's see, actually been updated. Severe storms located along a line extending from near Allblong to near Alney to near Clay City, moving east at 65 miles per hour. And that continues for southeastern Jasper, Richland, and southeastern Clay counties. Trained weather spotters reporting this one, actually. They are reporting this. 70 mile per hour wind gust. Quarter-sized hail. Damage threat is considerable. And I have not mentioned that, but trained weather spotters, again, has that tornado possible tag with it. Alney, Noble, the airport over there at about 9:25, Parkersburg around 9:30. Also Wakefield, Calhoun, Dundas, West Liberty, Claremont, and Wendolin. I would also include 250 along with Highway 50 as well, Route 130. I know there's a lot of semi-drivers that take 130 to get up there to I-70, like from I-64. I know they travel up that way. You also have those that may travel on Highway 49 down there to Highway 50. You guys can share the stream, by the way, Facebook, YouTube, and all that. Got some people watching from Berryville over there. I know they're known for their Berryville vineyards over there. Appreciate you guys watching over at Berryville. Stay safe. Let me show you where Berryville's at, by the way, if I'm not mistaken. Berryville. Let me see. I might have to type this in. Yeah, I might have to type it in. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try this. This is something new with this. It's pretty cool. I can actually type in. Oh, there it is. Okay. So Berryville is right there. So here's Berryville. Do a quick little search of there. There's Berryville. So Berryville, I'm gonna have to circle you guys. You guys are small. Let me see here. But we'll talk about Berryville. There it is. There's Berryville. And I can't zoom out, unfortunately, with this. But actually, I can. So Berryville, there's the circle right there. If you guys can see that. And that's where you guys are at. All right. Severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued. I saw it came in. And also, looks like we're getting a little bit of a rain going around that, about where that rotation has been in northern Wayne County. We'll take a look at that as well here. Let's go ahead and read the information on this. Severe thunderstorm warning. This is for White County, southern Wayne, Wabash, Edwards, northern Hamilton counties until 10:30. Time right now is 9:24. At 9:23, severe storms are located along a line extending from 9 miles south of Noble to near Wren Lake area, moving east at 45 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail. It is a radar-indicated threat. Locations impacted include Mount Carmel, Carmi, Fairfield, McLeansboro, Albion, Grayville, Lancaster, West Salem, Crossville, Enfield, Dahlgren, Allendale, Jeff, Belmont, Sims, Bone Gap, Millshoals, Keensburg, Maunee, and Browns. You also know about I-64 in Illinois between mile markers 92 and 130. Now, it has a tornado possible tag, so remain alert for a possible tornado as well here. As this line is moving east, we look at the impacts of it. About north of 41,000 people, about 20,000 homes affected within the severe thunderstorm warning polygon area. Again, Mount Carmel, Fairfield, Carmi, Albion, Grayville, West Salem. We got 25 public schools, 2 colleges, universities. So all that right there, public venues and everything. Okay, that just got issued. This one just got issued as well. Lawrence County, Crawford County, Southeastern Jasper, Richland County, Southeastern Clay until 10:15. A 924 severe storm is located along a line extending from near Palestine to near Chauncey and near Noble, moving east at 60 miles per hour, 70-mile-per-hour wind gust. Trained weather spotters. So again, we're seeing that trained weather spotters again reporting this. Again, severe storms will be near Olney, Sumner, Palestine, Flat Rock, Parkersburg, Chauncey around 9:30. Lawrenceville, Bridgeport, Russellville, Lawrenceville, Vincennes Airport around 9:40. And again, it has that tornado possible tag with it. Well, it did anyway, but still in that tornado watch area. Damage that considerable. Maximum wind gust 70 miles per hour. The hail size below an inch, about 3/4 of an inch, but still though, it could drop down some hail. And so trained weather spotters with that one. That expires at 10:15. Okay, let's take a look at this, the rotating part of the storm here in northern Wayne County. West Salem, new tornado warning has just been issued. As soon as I was getting ready to check that out, we'll take a look at it. But tornado warning for northeastern Wayne County, northwestern Wabash, and northern Edwards counties until 10 o'clock. At 9:26, a severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located 10 miles east of Sisney, 12 miles northeast of Fairfield, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Tornado and quarter-sized hail, radar indicator rotation. This dangerous storm will be near West Salem around 9:30, Lancaster around 9:40. Other locations also include Mount Erie. This is radar indicated tornado warning, but as we have seen here tonight, we have seen this line produce tornadoes that have spun up. And so we cannot let our guard down. So for those of you that are in this tornado warned area, get northeastern Wayne, northwestern Wabash, and northern Edwards counties, again, radar indicator rotation. But as we know, this line is capable of producing spin-ups here. And so it's moving to the east at about 50 miles per hour. Again, it was capable of producing a tornado 10 miles east of Sisney, 12 miles northeast of Fairfield, moving east at 50. Let's go ahead and take a look at this here. There's the reflectivity. Let's take a look at the velocity data. And there it is, just right near the Mount Erie area. Mount Erie, I've been talking about you guys for a while. There it is, as it continues to churn its way to the east right there. There it is. And it's going to be going in this general direction as we go ahead and just kind of, do a little animation here for you to show you the track of this rotating part of the line. And it kind of just follows the arrow I just drew right there. And so it's just north of 161. It's getting ready to cross the Wynoost Mount Erie Road right there. We'll zoom in a little bit on there on County Highway 3. There it is right there. We'll stop it. Some point we will stop it. There it is. And there it is right there, just right about the Mount Erie area. Maryland's watching, I know that. I'm Maryland. Fairfield, the line is pushing in. And what do we have here? We have a tornado warning. Okay. This just got issued. Just north of that, National Weather Service office in Lincoln has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Lawrence, southeastern Richland counties until 10:15 to 9:28. Severe storms capable of producing a tornado were located along a line extending from Olney to 9 miles east of Sisney, moving east at 60 miles per hour. And again, tornado and quarter-sized hail is the hazard, but it's radar indicator rotation at this time. But as we have seen here tonight so far, we have seen spin-ups along this line. This dangerous storms will be near Sumner and Parkersburg around 9:35, Bridgeport around 9:40 as well. So again, radar indicator rotation, about quarter-sized hail, it will be dropping as well. It was just issued a minute ago. And let me go ahead and tell you about some of the impacts as well. Bridgeport, Sumner, Calhoun, Parkersburg, Hadley, and Berryville. We talk about Berryville, actually. We got some people from Berryville watching. So you guys are in this tornado warned area. Again, about 6,100 people in this tornado warned polygon area, 2,700 homes as well. So zoom out here, we're going to take a look at the velocity data. Take a look at the bigger picture of the line coming in. Fairfield, the line is right there. It is right there upon you right now. Christie's saying storming at limit up on Enterprise. Yep, I just heard some thunder and lightning. We'd like to mention, according to the Wayne White outage map, I see it right here. Let me go ahead and pull this up here for you guys on screen. It was loading right there. We're starting to get some power outage reports over Lamard. About 14 customers out. This is updated. So I don't have Ameren, unfortunately, but I do have Wayne White Electric Cooperative. Indian Prairie got one customer out without power. So I'll keep you guys informed on that. As long as I have power and internet here, we're going to keep on streaming away, baby. We're going to keep on streaming away, man. So appreciate Mr. Savage. Thank you. So the line right now is pushing into Fairfield. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Tornado possible tag as well. So far, the rotating part of the storm is in northern Wayne County, right there by the northeastern part of the county, right there in the Mount Erie area, moving into, getting close to the Wayne-Edwards County line, just north of the 161 extension. And there it is right there. There's a rotating part of the line. Fairfield right there. You can definitely tell a difference right here. Fairfield, you guys are good so far. It's got this storm coming in here, but again, the rotating part of the storm in northeastern Wayne County. Look and see if there's anything here, correlation coefficient so far. See if there's anything here that may signify maybe something that's at ground level, like what we saw at Carlisle earlier. For those of you guys that were watching. Now, correlation coefficient, you may be wondering what this is. So this helps determine, what is, like, let me see here if I do this here. This is what I get for stopping. This helps determine the difference between rain and debris. And so as we take a look at this here, let me show you guys. What may have had something. Perhaps right here in this area, perhaps may have had something up there, just north of Mount Erie right there. You can kind of see how it kind of progressed a little bit. So that's something to keep an eye on right there. But again, though, we saw what happened in Carlisle earlier. You guys could go back in my live stream and see it. But again, this is a part of a line here, again, that has pretty much had rotation on it for a while. Hi, Darlene. Yeah, good to hear from you. Yeah, sirens going off in Wabash County. Yeah, you guys are underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. There's also part of the tornado warning that was issued for northern Wabash County as well. Northwestern Wabash County, I should say, along with northeastern Wayne and northern Edwards counties. So, but again, radar indicator rotation at this time for the tornadic warned storm in northern Wayne County. It goes until 10 o'clock. Time right now is 9:33. Severe thunderstorm warning still continuing here until 10:30 for White, southern Wayne, Wabash, Edwards, and northern Hamilton counties. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size tail. This line moving east at 45 miles per hour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a storm track on this. And we're going to put it, I know we got some people over at Albion and Mount Carmel that are watching this. Let's go ahead and put a storm track on it. And Carmel 38 minutes, Princeton 52. Hearing the sirens go off once again here in Fairfield. Yeah, I'm hearing the sirens going off in town. By the way, if you're hearing the sirens going off in Fairfield, I am hearing that. Oops, hang on here. This is why we can't have nice things in life, I swear to you. Let's do this real quick. Take a look at this here. Velocity data. Fairfield severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, raining a ton. I'm hearing the rain outside my window too. The leading edge of the line, by the way, you could actually make it out on radar as well as it's passing through Fairfield right now. Leading edge of the line going right down through here, snaking its way down. Again, continuing in the easterly motion. Again, remind you as well, we're still underneath that tornado watch at PDS tornado watch in effect until 11. Yeah, hearing the sirens going off in Fairfield, yeah. One thing I'm thankful for to these headphones is not noise canceling, so it's at least I can hear what's going on. Also, by the way, too, guys, if you have me traveling out and about tonight, be aware of some flooded areas. It's nighttime. It's hard to see flooded roadways, so please be careful. Do not drown. Turn around. Don't drown. Remember the old saying. But it's true. I guess severe thunderstorm warning in effect here. So far in the Wayne White County's electric cooperative outage map, Indian Prairie 1 customer out with the power, Lamar to 14. Again, severe thunderstorm warning issue for White County, southern Wayne County, Wabash County, Edwards County, northern Hamilton County until 10:30. Again, latest update 9:23. Severe storms located along a line extending from 9 miles south of Noble to near Red Lake, moving east at 45 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-size tail, radar indicated threat. See if there's an update on this. Linda's watching. Hi, Miss Monge. Miss Monge is watching. Co-workers at the college. I know Julie was watching earlier. Julie, I hope you're all right. You guys up there at Sailor Springs? Is that storm go up through there? Let me go ahead and see here. Fairfield right now at the moment, let me zoom in a little bit on you guys. You guys right now get some purple and some red right there. So getting some of the heaviest parts of this line coming through. Miriam Klein's Corner, Golden Gate, knocking on your back door along with Ellery as well. Albion, so far so good, but again, that line is coming in. The Evansville radar site doing a great job as always. Showing us where this line is at, the leading edge of it. West Salem, you're good so far, but you're underneath that tornado warning. I shouldn't say you're good, but you're underneath that tornado warning. So far, nothing happening yet over there in West Salem. No new update on this yet, but it was moving east at 50 miles per hour. Get northeastern Wayne, northwestern Wabash, northern Edwards counties. I think we have an update on a warning. Let me see here. The severe thunderstorm warning for northern Wayne and southeastern Jefferson counties will expire at 9:45 as the storm has moved out of the area. And guys, that's the thing too. Once we get through this line, then that's it. So there's nothing to our west. Let me zoom out a little bit here, guys, and show you. There's nothing to the west. You look at St. Louis radar, there's nothing. You look over here at Kansas City radar, there's nothing. Right now, it's just once a squall line moves through, that's it. We do have some damage reports up there in Clay County. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. In the Xenia area, do have some damage reports. A limb was over the road. According to emergency management up there, they had it corrected. Actually, Louisville area did have some storm damage. A tree on an apartment up there in Louisville. Injuries unknown at this time. This is the same line that actually caused a tree to fall on a home in the Belleville area. It was over in St. Louis Metro East. Severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible tag with it. Just riding the storm out together here, guys. That's what we're doing. And it's affected until 10:30. No new update yet. Time right now is 9:40. But I'll tell you where it's at right now. It's approaching Golden Gate. It's starting to enter Edwards County, kind of like getting closer to the Wayne Edwards County line on Highway 15. Meanwhile, Mount Erie Golden Gate Road, definitely getting stormed upon. West Salem, you're in the middle of that tornado warning. Still radar indicated. No new information yet. We'll take a look at velocity data here in a moment, along with Richland County as well, even into Lawrence County as well. 9:28. That was 12 minutes ago. That part of the line was moving east at 60 miles per hour. Radar indicator rotation with that one. That tornado warning is in effect until 10:15 for southwestern Lawrence and southeastern Richland counties. Severe thunderstorm warning for south central Jasper, western Richland, and southeastern Clay will expire at 9:45. Okay, we do have an update here. I want to show you guys the Wayne White electric outage map. Indian Prairie, got a few more reports in. Keith and Lamard for power outages. By the way, as I always say, thank you to our linemen who are out there in the elements trying to get power restored, along with emergency management that may be out there as well. The EMA, you guys rock. Thank you for all you do, and be safe. Got a little hail core just to the west of Hubbard, actually. Right about County Road 500 North. Just right near the New Hope Curve area, so could have a little bit of a bigger hail, perhaps, in that area. Barnhill, you're getting stormed upon right now. The purple, not to you yet, but it's approaching you guys from the west. Mill Shoals, the line is almost upon you. And this line extends into Indiana and Arkansas, guys. This is a long line. Let's take a look at the velocity data here. And as the leading edge of the line right here, as you can see, you can easily make it out right there. The green versus the red. Take a look here at the West Salem area. That is where there was the rotation part of the storm, the rotating part of it. Doesn't look nearly as strong as it did when it was over in Mount Airy. You can actually see how the little tracker ring right there. It kind of just like that. That was a weird sound effect. I'll never do that again. But there it is right there. But so far for you guys here in Fairfield, getting stormed upon, severe thunderstorm warning. I'm not seeing any rotation, not like what I saw earlier in Carlisle, but again, this storm is moving through. Look here, the comments here. Also on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Miss White, okay, yeah. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, by the way, if you guys haven't done so already. Yep, starting up again. Also on Twitch as well, Derek Dunn 89. I created it just right before I hopped on here, so it's a new channel. McLeansboro, this line coming into you. Mill Shoals already. Springerton, I'm not talking about Springerton or Enfield yet. It's approaching you guys as well. I'll go ahead and put a storm track on that. Carmi, I'm not talking about Carmi yet as well. Carmi about 27 minutes away. Grayville 39. Once again, once we get through this line, should be the end of it. Oh, Hesse. Bobcats softball is watching. All right, Bobcats. Go, Bobcats, go. They were supposed to play tomorrow against Lakeland at Mattoon, but that game got pushed back. And give the field some time to dry up there in Mattoon. But again, as I always say, as I said before, thank you to the emergency crews out there, the linemen, police, fire, ambulance. Thank you to those guys. Thank you to those guys who may have to respond to emergency calls. One thing I saw the other day, and I wanna stress this here. I happened to be in town. I saw there was a. We'll get to this in a moment, but saw there was a emergency vehicle, which is right there in front of me. It already gone past, but there was someone in front of this emergency vehicle. Did not pull over the side of the road. Please always check your mirrors, rear view side mirrors, because you never know. They could be responding to a loved one of yours, a friend, or a family member. So if you see those flashing lights, emergency vehicles, ambulance, even those that have the trucks and the cars with the emergency lights on there, please let them go by. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 10:15 for Lawrence, southeastern Crawford, southeastern Richland counties. 944 severe storms are located along a line extending from 6 miles northeast of Russellville to near Lawrenceville to near Lancaster, moving east at 60 miles per hour, 70 mile per hour wind gust. Radar indicated threat. This is the same part of the line that produced 70 mile per hour wind gust, according to trained weather spotters. St. Francisville and Lawrenceville Vincent's Airport around 9:50. That's where the storms will be near at. Also, New Hebron, Billet, Duncanville, Calhoun, Pinkstaff, Red Hill State Park, Mount Carmel Airport, Birds, Claremont, Crawford County Airport. We have a tornado warning that just popped up. All right, tornado warning issued for southeastern Lawrence County. This is for Lawrenceville. Till 10:30 at 9:46, severe storms capable of producing a tornado was located along a line extending from near Lawrenceville to near Lancaster, moving east at 65 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation. Again, Lawrenceville and St. Francisville, tornado warning out for you guys until 9:50. And radar indicated rotation, but again, we've seen this line spin up tornadoes here, and it has a history of doing that. So again, radar indicated rotation at this time. Lawrenceville, Westport, San Barron, St. Francisville, as I mentioned, Jackson, Billet, 7,200 people in the tornado warned polygon area with about 3,500 homes. As for the Wayne, Edwards, and Wabash storm so far for radar indicator rotation, Lancaster, it's already gone past you. Mainly it's traveling in a rural area. Let me go ahead and see here what the velocity data was looking like so far. If there was any rotation, any sign of it, it's probably in this area over here. But it has really weakened though as it's progressed further east, which is good, and that's encouraging. Also starting to see the lightning tracker up here. You see little lightning bolts over there. So you're probably hearing some lightning right now at the moment in that area. We do have an update according to Wayne White Electric Cooperative. Let me pull this up here for you. An update. Starting to see some more outages come in. Hunter Township about 5. Indian Prairie as well. Still got some people out there. Keith Township already in the 40s there in terms of power outages. About 45. Indian Prairie 6 and Lamar at about 14. So that's the Wayne White Electric Cooperative map. That's a customer summary so far, and it will be continually updated as well. They do have the Smart Hub app that you can download on your phone if you haven't done so already, and I consider it to be very good information right there. Smart Hub is a free app, by the way, that you guys can download as well. So it comes in handy. All right, let's take a look at reflectivity. All right. Fairfield, the heaviest. Still got some red there, but the purple is to the east of you. Mill Shoals, you're getting the purple right now. Aden, Belle Prairie City as well. Springerton, the leading edge of it is upon you. Albion, you're probably seeing this coming in from the west right now. Bone Gap, the line is upon you. West Salem, you're dealing with the heavy stuff right now. Let's see if there's an update to this. Okay. Here's an update to that tornado warning. We talked about this earlier for northern part of Wayne County. This is for northwestern Wabash, northeastern Edwards counties. A 948 severe storm capable of producing a tornado was located over Lancaster, 10 miles northwest of Mount Carmel, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Again, be mainly over the rural areas of northwestern Wabash and northeastern Edwards counties, but for those along the 161 extension, that is where it's at mainly. So, traveling over a fairly rural area. In fact, about 1,600 people affected within that tornado warning polygon area. 762 homes. Oreo, Friendsville, Lancaster, West Salem. Again, the 161, the main route. Allendale, not in the tornado warning, but something to keep an eye on over to your west. Lawrenceville, you're getting impacted by the squall line. Albion, Mount Carmel, so far quiet over there for you, but it's still over Edwards County, but the line is already pushed into northwestern part of Wabash County over there. Wayne City, Blueford, you guys are on the back end of the line. You guys right now dealing with the yellow right now at the moment. The heaviest is over to your east. Fairfield, there you are right there. Fairfield, you guys, again, we could zoom in here on Fairfield. There's the Fairfield Memorial Hospital, Walmart Supercenter, the airport. You guys right now dealing with some heavy rain. The heaviest is over there. Oh, sorry about that, you guys. Thank you, sir. Sorry about that, Thomas. You guys are still good. Thank you. Wes, thank you for that. Sorry about that. That's why I get, though. We can't have nice things. But it is updated. That is an example. It is updated on there. And so you guys just keep an eye on that. I'll keep flashing that as well. Let me go ahead here and see. That's probably the only mistake I've made of the night so far. How about that? Look up Ameren real quick and see if there's anything there. Check curious. Get that pulled up here for you guys. I'll give you an update on that. So far, I'm having trouble with it. Oh, wait, hang on. Hang on here. This is what I get. For Ameren, by the way, let me go ahead and say, so far, and let me see, I may have to do this off screen a little bit. And my apologies for not pulling this up earlier, so. Okay. Let me do something real quick on my end here, guys. Give me a moment. Well, I have a moment here. Let me do something here. Some nighttime severe weather safety tips. There are still some areas that have not experienced severe weather yet. Thought it'd be wise to pull that up here for you. We do have some people without power in the Louisville area. People up there. Only one customer without service, by the way. St. Marie got about 51. Albion, about 1 so far, but Albion, you're starting to get stormed upon. So, just want to go ahead and mention that. Bulk of the power outages so far have been over there. I got like St. Louis area and all that. Zooming out a little bit. Centralia got about 18. Carlisle, that's where the tornado went through there earlier. Kind of zooming around here a little bit. But so far, that appears to be it right now at the moment. FAM got about 5 people out. So there's some people without power. So far, the bulk of the outage is mainly over there to our west. Let's hop back on here. We'll keep an eye on that. Go back to reflectivity data on the radar. And let's see if there's anything velocity-wise that's out there right now at the moment. So far, one thing I've noticed here, we saw like Carlisle, for example. I talked about Carlisle, talked about, I was heading towards Salem and then going into Clay County. We're not seeing as much of a couplet as we were earlier, and that's definitely encouraging. I can definitely tell listening. It's because I'm not seeing what's going on outside, but I can definitely tell how the rain, how it's let up a little bit. I'm still hearing the thunder, but it's not as heavy as it was earlier. So that's encouraging right there. Let's see if there's an update to the severe thunderstorm warning here. Okay, how about that? Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 10:30 for White, Southern Wayne, Wabash, Edwards, and Northern Hamilton counties at 9:53. Severe storms are located along a line extending from near Lancaster to near McLeansboro, moving east at 45 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter-sized hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Mount Carmel, Carmi, Fairfield, McLeansboro, Albion, Grayville, Lancaster, West Salem, Crossville, Enfield, Dahlgren, Allendale, Jeff, Belmont, Sims, Bone Gap, Mill Shoals, Keensburg, Maundy, and Browns. Also includes I-64 in Illinois between mile markers 92 and 130. But update to a warning, it looks like. Severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrence County. Interesting right there. 956 severe storms are located along a line extending from 8 miles southeast of Russellville to Vincennes to near Lancaster, moving east at 45 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Radar indicated at 9:50. This was 7 minutes ago. At 9:50, 50 to 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts were reported from Bridgeport to the Lawrenceville Airport. This is approaching St. Francisville at 10 o'clock. Again, remain alert for possible tornadoes. So that is the source right there of that. So, that wind report. Lawrenceville, Bridgeport, Russellville, Birds, Pinkstaff, Westport. Name a few of the locations there. Mount Vernon, encouraging news for you guys. The backside of the storm is just the backside of the line is leaving your area. We do have some reports over at Mount Vernon, by the way, some reports of hail. We got about, let's see here, hail up to about half an inch. It was measured about 43 minutes ago right there. Also, in the Summersville area, it looks like, according to local reports, about an inch of a quarter-sized hail right there. So that was reported in. A tree on apartments over there at Louisville. That was reported about an hour ago. Also had one, by the way, over Xenia as well. Lynn was over the road. Marion, underneath a severe thunderstorm along with Heron as well. Harrisburg as well, too. And this line extends all the way down here, folks. I talked about earlier. Extends all the way down to Arkansas, up to Indiana as well. So far, anyway, some damage over there. Tree that fell on a truck right there. Some images of that. So that one was over in the Belleville area. Well, this is it or not, was it? And there's the baseball size tail over there. Flipping through some of the photos of damage in the Belleville area while we have a moment here, kind of showing you the strength of this line when it's moving through. So that was a car actually where that limb was actually on top of it. Tree on top of a car right there. This is Belleville, folks, so definitely get some damage over there for sure. Straight line wind damage area. There's that baseball, by the way. There's the kind of all grouped together right there. Let me see if there's anything here. Carlisle so far in our area and region so far seems to be the one of the hardest hit areas, it looks like. Line pushing through Albion right now. Albion, Belmont. It's already up to you guys. Mount Carmel. The line's getting closer to you. Avondale leading edge of it. Should be starting to see some lightning here before long. Should be starting to hear some lightning here. Grayville, you guys are getting impacted as well. Crossville's knocking on your back door. Carmi, you're getting some rain right now, but line coming in, infield already getting hit along with Springerton. Springerton getting some purple down there. Burnt Prairie, the heavier stuff is over to your east. The severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, continues for another 28 minutes. It expires at 10:30. Wayne City, you guys have probably got some light rain over there. You guys, the worst of it is past you. It's still down to your south a little bit. You may get some moderate rain, but again, the severity of this line is already pushed here. Let me take a look at damage here, folks. We've had some damage reports come in. Let me see if there's anything here. But let me check something here. I'm going to sneeze at any moment here, guys, so bear with me. Actually, let me do something real quick. I'm going to check out another site here to see if there's anything. I think I still have it. Yeah. I'm going to look and see if there's anything that's 8 types of damage out there. Maybe there's something I'm missing here. Bridgeport at pea-sized hail, by the way, up there. Carbondale area, they had something. Let me see what they had here. They had a report in Murfreesboro about pea-sized hail as well. So that's what I see right there. Okay. It's always good to have multiple sources of information. Good to have all that. Let me see here. Still the same severe thunderstorm warning. Fairfield, I'm still hearing the thunder and everything like that. But again, still got some red there. But it is pushing out. It's already to near pretty much the Wabash River right there. Vincennes already getting hit. Let me see here. Harrisburg. You guys, I'm not talking about Harrisburg yet, El Dorado. You guys are starting to get stormed upon a little bit. Got a little storm over El Dorado right there. But you guys so far are starting to feel the brunt of it a little bit. Time is 10:04, by the way. But I appreciate you guys sharing this stream earlier as well. And I'll have to fix it on Facebook. Again, I don't know why it does that a little bit. It used to be where I could like just change it to public, but for some reason I can't. And it's just really weird how it is. But I blame Meta. It's a Meta thing, but I'll eventually figure it out. It used to be where I used to do it, and then like they did some sort of update and it just changed everything. Did a report from Lawrenceville over there. We talked about let me see. Some wind. Reported wind gust, 50 miles per hour. Wind gust up there. That came in. Mount Carmel. It's right there on the brink right there. It's approaching the Super 8. Approaching Wabash General Hospital. Wabash Valley College getting impacted over there by the storm. Hope you guys are doing good over at Berryville, by the way. Thanks for watching earlier. Keensburg getting impacted. Rochester coming upon Rochester. Yeah, there is a Rochester, actually. I forget about that. We can zoom in a little bit of Rochester. So Illinois got like two Rochesters. You have the one just to the south, east of Springfield, and then this one right here, just east of Keensburg. But this line is moving out, though, folks. It is moving out. And again, once this line passes through your area, then there's nothing behind it, and we should be good. By the way, let me look at the outage map here for Ameren, see if there's any updates here on it. Here locally so far, nothing yet. Just kind of surfing around a little bit. Louisville had some up there, at least one without service. Look at the Wayne White outage map as well. Let me pull this up here as well. That's probably been updated as well. Let me see. It has been. And I may need to let me see here for a moment. This is the consequence of getting old a little bit, you know? Like, you're just trying to see things a little bit up close. You're like, so far away. I know. Okay, so here's the Wayne White outage map. 4 Mile, 5 customers out. Harder, 5. Indian Prairie, 6. Keith is 45, and Lamar is 14. Harder is the Flora area, so 5 customers without power. South of Flora and Keith, 45 customers without power. Indian Prairie, 6. Northwest Fairfield, Lamar to 14. And then 4 Mile area, that would actually be just right there in the Keens area, west of Wayne City, reporting about 5 customers out. So overall, you got 75 people out without power. That's where we're at right now at this time with Wayne White Electric Cooperative. The outage map. So if you know someone who has maybe has their power out, maybe want to inform them that crews are out about trying to restore power. By the way, I want to mention some communities that are in the clear for those of you that may be wondering, or maybe you got some friends and family. Flora, Louisville, Clay City, Noble, you guys are in the clear. Alney, you guys are in the clear. Mount Erie, I talked about you guys quite a bit. You guys are in the clear along with Sisney and Johnsonville. Wayne City, you still got some rain, but the worst of it has gone past you. Blueford, you're dealing with some light to moderate rain. It has gone past you as well. Fairfield, you're on the back side of it, but the worst part, the heaviest, is approaching Mount Carmel. Meanwhile, Mount Vernon, Illinois, you guys are good. Pretty much, I would say just kind of like in this area, like kind of like just north and along of, Highway 15 till you get about, we'll say Fairfield, pretty much good. Highway 50, pretty much from, we'll say about Sumner area points west on Highway 50, all good right there. Do you have an update on a severe thunderstorm warning down to our south? Let's take a look at this. Severe thunderstorm warning for southern White, Saline, southern Hamilton, southeastern Franklin, Gallatin counties till 11 o'clock. This has just been issued, actually, at 10:09. Severe storms are located along a line extending from 10 miles east of Rend Lake to Cedar Lake, moving east at 50. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and penny-sized tail radar indicated. Locations impact include Harrisburg, El Dorado, McLeansboro, Norris City, Galatia, Ridgeway, Equality, Thompsonville, Carrier Mills, New Haven, Raleigh, Hannaford, Stoneford, Omaha, Broughton, Junction, Muddy, and Macedonia. Also has the tornado possible tag with this one. It's radar indicated threat. Take a look at the impacts here. People affected just north of 38,000 and about 18,000 some homes affected. That's within this severe thunderstorm warning. Harrisburg, El Dorado, McLeansboro, Carrier Mills, Norris City, Ridgeway. By the way, guys, I have not had supper yet. I will eat something after I get off here. Mount Carmel, Darlene saying, getting hit with heavy rain, lots of wind. Sounds like a train out there. It's scary with constant thundering and lightning. Yeah, Mount Carmel right now, guys getting the purple over there. And what's this? Special weather statement. Okay, I was thinking it just looks similar to the PDS tornado warning we had earlier for Carlisle. Here's an update on that, by the way. I know we got some people that live here locally that work at the Toyota plant over in Princeton, Gibson County. A strong storm will impact Gibson County through 11 o'clock. Doppler radar was tracking strong storm near Mount Carmel, moving east at 50. I was at 1010. Wind gusts of 50 to 55 miles per hour, half-inch hail with this one. Strong cell, not severe. I'll get to that comment in a moment. Gusty winds can knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor hail damage to vegetation is possible. Locations of impact include Princeton, Fort Branch, Oakland City, Hobstadt, Owensville, Patoka, Francisco, Somerville, Hazleton, and Mackey. I like Wes's comment. Too late. Sleep on an empty stomach. Wes, I don't know, man. I don't know. I got to eat something, dude. So the severe thunderstorm warning has been trimmed a little bit. You actually see how Sisney is no longer in it. Johnsonville is no longer in it either. Wayne City, you guys are no longer underneath the severe thunderstorm warning. You can see the yellow line slashing right through just to your south. Sims, you guys are still in it. Keens, you guys are no longer in it. Mayberry, we don't mean Mayberry, North Carolina, where Andy Taylor is. Wish we could say that, but you guys are still underneath that severe thunderstorm warning. Barnhill as well. Fairfield, you're still within it, but it will be trimmed down eventually at some point. I want to go ahead and show you guys. I know we've been busy covering this line here. Let me go ahead and show you the outlook here a little bit. So far, the severe storms down to our south. Marion getting impacted right now. Harrisburg as well. Got a cell that's formed Kelly to the northwest of Shawneetown. Now let's see here if there's anything on it. And looks like we have an update for McLeansboro and Carmine Mill Shoals. We'll get to that here in a moment. But nothing so far in terms of couplets that I'm seeing here along this line. It has been updated here. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 10:30. Wes and Harold. Yeah, I remember going to Harold years ago down there in White County. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 10:30 for White, Central Wabash, Southern Edwards, and Northern Hamilton. 10:13, severe storms are located along a line extending from near Patoka to near Norris City, moving east at 45 miles per hour. That's Patoka, Indiana, by the way. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust radar indicated. Locations impacted include Mount Carmel, Carmine, McLeansboro, Grayville, Crossville, Enfield, Dahlgren, Allendale, Belmont, Mill Shoals, Keensburg, Maunee, Springerton, Belle Prairie City, Burnt Prairie, and Phillipstown. Also includes I-64 in Illinois between mile markers 116 and 130. Tornado watch remains in effect as well. Again, remain alert for a possible tornado. Maximum wind gust 60 miles per hour. Hail size about 3/4 of an inch. Below severe criteria, but still, though, could see some small hail. There has been some pea-sized hail reported with this line. Take a look at the Wayne White outage map update here. Look at the off screen here. You're not seeing it, but 4 Mile, 5 customers without power. Harder, 5. Indian Prairie, 6. Keith, 45. Lamar, 14. That was updated as of 10:09. Fairfield, good news. You guys are no longer underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. It has been trimmed down. Albion, same for you guys. West Salem, same for you. You guys had rotating part of your storm move through there about 30 minutes ago to an hour ago, perhaps, but you guys are good there. West Salem. Wayne City, you guys so far, you guys are no longer underneath the severe thunderstorm warning, which you guys were, but areas to your south were not. Mill Shoals, McQueensboro, Carmi, Grayville, Mount Carmel. You guys are still underneath the severe thunderstorm warning. Down to our south, El Dorado, Harrisburg, Shawneetown, New Haven, Brotondale, Norris City, Thompsonville, Galatia, Marion as well. But things are quieting down. As I mentioned earlier, one of the things of note is about the flood watch as well. We do have areas that have flooded. So just be aware of that. If you haven't been traveling out and about tonight, if you come across a flooded roadway, turn around, don't drown. Yeah, Wes, you were talking about Harold earlier. I was going to zoom in on Harold while I have a moment here if I can. There's Brownsville area right there. Harold, let me see. There's Harold right there. So Harold so far, probably getting some rain right there in Harold, but eventually it's coming over to you. You'll be getting the line before long. Line's already pushing into Indiana. Evansville radar site, by the way. Johnson, Owensville. Know some people out there that way. Doesn't mean Evansville so far so good, but again, the line coming in from the west. Let me see here. Holy cow, guys. You guys have blown up my live stream. It's pretty awesome. Appreciate you guys sharing as well. Something that I enjoyed doing, you know, I go back to April 21st, 2002 when we had the Wayne County EF3 tornado, and that's that was actually the event that got me fascinated with weather. And ever since then, that day, I always try to, when I do this, I always try to give you guys a heads up into you know, like what's going on. I was trying to give you guys a heads up and everything. We have a comment here. Let me see. Yeah, it's raining lots of lightning. Yeah, it was. I was thinking to say you guys are the storm is to your west, but it's coming in though, so you're starting to hear the leading edge of it. Oh, Riley. Hey, Riley. Let me see. Vincennes. Yeah, Riley, Vincennes. You guys. Let me see if there's a. Is there a warning? There is. So Vincennes, you guys are underneath the severe thunderstorm warning. That's until 11:30 EDT. Still about 11 more minutes to go. From Robinson near Chauncey near Parkersburg, moving east at 70 miles per hour. But this line has picked up speed. Goodness sakes. Now, Riley, I'm starting to think here, the way this line is moving, I don't know if it moves faster than the kills you had in volleyball. I mean, you hit it with some power, you hit it with some force, but I think you still got a beat though. I think you still got beat. So yeah. I remember when Riley played, and I miss watching Riley play, and Emerson and Laney, and those are the good days, man. Those are the good days. Um, Proud of you, kid. Proud of you. Again, Riley can hammer that volleyball faster than 70 miles per. Vincennes, Washington, Linton, Bloomfield, Bicknell, Lagodi, Odin, Lyons, Carlisle, Elnora, Oaktown, Monroe City, Wheatland, Bruceville, Plainville, Sanborn, Montgomery, Edwardsport, Switz City, and Decker. Also has a tornado possible tag with again wind gust up to 70. That has really been the part of the storm that says 70-mile-per-hour winds. We've also is that still the okay? That was the wind gust over at Bridgeport earlier. So Riley, I hope that helps you out. I just still got some storms forming to the east though, but they're not as strong as the line is right now. It's moving through. Marion getting stormed upon right now. The heaviest is over to your east, Harrisburg. You got get ready stormed upon with El Dorado as well. We do have an update, by the way, on the White County storm. Looks like they just updated it. Actually, it's going to be expiring. Severe thunderstorm warning for White County will expire at 10:30. It says right here, the storms which prompted the warning have weakened below severe limits and no longer pose an immediate threat to life or property. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. However, gusty winds are still possible with these storms. Appreciate it, Darlene. Thank you for the compliment. Appreciate it. Guys, I appreciate the compliments here tonight with this. I wouldn't have done this without you in terms of tuning in and providing coverage here. Again, I apologize for the Facebook issue with the privacy thing. I don't understand it. I'll have to look into it and see. But lesson learned, though. There's always things that you learn for doing stuff like this. So, Wes, I hope that helps you out since you're down in the Herald area. Let me see if it was at... but that is encouraging, though, because it's a sign that we are seeing some weakness with this line, with this squall line. Still poses a threat, though, to areas to our east. But I will say so far, it looks more like a wind threat to me. Not so much of a hail threat. Not like what we had this morning when we had, what was like the inch to inch and a half in terms of hail. But so far, it's been mainly more like just wind and rain. We have seen, again, rotation spin up along this line, but we're not seeing it here. It just kind of more like, you're just starting to see the leading edge of that wind. Timer knows 10:23. Still no new update on the warning there. For 141, Emma, North City, New Haven, Brotondale, Thompsonville, Galatia, El Dorado, Harrisburg. Now, one thing of note, too, is that Mount Vernon, obviously, the PDS Tornado Watch expires at 36 minutes. Expires at 11 o'clock. Using Mount Vernon as an example here, I would say you're going to see parts of that watch be allowed to be trimmed down, trimmed away. So again, just something to keep in mind about here. But again, the line, when it moves through your location, should be the end of it. There's nothing to our west. There's nothing over at St. Louis. We can zoom out. I can show you St. Louis radar. Yep. St. Louis radar. There it is. Kansas City as well. I appreciate you guys chiming in here. Let me see here. By the way, guys, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I use it as well as a platform. Derek Dunn 89. I am going to be doing some changes here with the layout here in terms of like what you see at the top and the bottom of the overlays. Going to try to change it up a little bit. I'm also on Twitch right there as well. You guys can follow me on there as well. Let me see if I can pull it up on here or not. I don't think I'm logged in, but anyway. But like I said, you guys can check that out. Talk about the hell size earlier. I want to show you guys this, the hell size in comparison. It's kind of like what we've been seeing here over the course of the night. Mainly, piece size. We have seen quarter size as well. So we have seen that. But again, like I said, we've seen so far, I think the biggest we've seen so far of the night was like 2 inches, I think, lime size. That was over in Missouri, by the way. I don't know what that is. I'm hearing something. Let's see. Oh, I think someone's actually live. It's like, what the heck? Okay. That was weird. That was weird. Okay. Oh, it's actually my computer. I was wondering what that was. Sorry about that, guys. Hang on here. I'll show you. So I'm just showing you my Twitch real quick, guys. You guys can follow me on there as well. So I'm actually hearing myself, and that was kind of weird. Okay. Little fun, little humor there for you guys. Okay. Oh, I'm going to mute myself. There it is. So, anyway, it's Derek Dunn 89 at Twitch, by the way. So, it's wondering, like, man, I'm hearing myself. That was kind of weird. Okay, so we go down here. Carmine getting hit by the storm right now. Storm approaching New Haven, Emma, Maunee, Omaha. El Dorado is coming upon you. Galatia, you're getting stormed upon right now. Marion getting stormed upon as well. Fairfield, you guys are good. You guys can get out of the basement if you haven't done so already. You guys are good there. As this line continues to move. Off to the east here. Time right now is what, 10:28? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hang out with you guys till probably about 11 o'clock. And then that's when I'm probably just going to call it a night here because this line is moving out. But we still want to mention some of our friends down south. And we got some people watching. I saw the legend Mark Turner was watching earlier. Hi, Mark. Hi, Tina. Hope you guys are doing well. But so far, no new update on this right here. There was a 10:09. It's time. It's 10:29. Hopefully, we'll get an update soon on this. Severe thunderstorm warning down here. Let's see over here. That one just expired, by the way. We talked about that one earlier. So we should start to see that one go away for the northern part of White County. Carmi, Crossville, Grayville, Springerton, Enfield, Mill Shoals. You guys are good right now. You guys can get out of your. We still got some storms upon, but it's still strong, but it's not severe. Evansville area, by the way, special weather statement. Then we got some former Fairfield residents that live over in Evansville area. Um, Strong storm will impact Vanderburgh and Posey counties through 11:15 and 10:24. Doppler radar was tracking strong storm near Carmi, moving east at 65 miles per hour. Wind gusts at 50 to 55 miles per hour and pea-sized hail are the hazards with this. It's radar indicated. Evansville, Mount Vernon, Indiana, Melody Hill, Darmstadt, Poseyville, New Harmony, Cynthiana, Blairsville, Casson, and Griffin. Also I-69, I-64. Also State Route 69, 66, 62 as well. Highway 41. State Route 57. So, the Nisbet Inn. Famous. Classic. Update, by the way, on the Wayne White Electric Cooperative outage map. There has been some movement with it. As we, let me see here. If I pull this up. Which one was it? There it is. So movement right here. Harder, 5 customers still without power. Indian Prairie, 6. Keith still at 45. So the number's been reduced down a little bit. Carmi, Grayville, Mill Shoals, Crossville, Enfield, Springerton, you guys are no longer underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. The warning was allowed to expire. We still have communities down there south, El Dorado, Harrisburg, Shawneetown. They're currently underneath the gun for this. Carrier Mills, it's coming in from the west. Marion, you guys are underneath a severe thunderstorm warning that has been allowed to expire as well. Been on here for nearly 3.5 hours. Wow. Just trying to think of how long I've been on here for. I was like, my goodness. Bloomington, Indiana getting stormed upon right now. They've just been put underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. And one thing I've noted too, we have seen, for the past hour, we have not seen nearly as many tornado warnings as we have before, which is encouraging. Certainly good news there. Starting to wind down a little bit. Nashville, Tennessee, what up? A little storm right there. Maybe. Got some traffic flowing right there. This is Nashville, by the way. One of their traffic cams. It's I-40 eastbound at mile marker 189. So any former Fairfield residents, if you happen to be in Nashville, got some storms down on your way, but they're not severe. Can we go down that? Let's go downtown Nashville. Let's go downtown Nashville. Let's take a look here and see. We're on the Nissan Stadium area. Traffic flowing pretty nice. It's I-24 at Shelby Avenue, mile marker 49. By the way, I've not been to it yet, but I've heard very good things about the new rest area across the near just right past Grayville, right on Griffin, Poseyville area. For good things about it. I've not been to it yet. I need to check it out at some point. I've heard people say it's actually really nice. I've not been there yet, so. Hey Wes, I'll thanks for that. Appreciate the update. I have Venmo actually. That's weird. Hey Wes, give me a moment here. I'll let me pull it up here real quick. Let me see. I appreciate the compliment, Wes. You don't have to do that, but it's I just now saw your comment. Let me see here. I do have Venmo, I actually do. Wes, I'll just send it to you on Messenger. How's that? I'll do that. Give me a moment. That'll work. Try it now, Wes. Yeah, guys, I'm on Venmo as well on Patreon. You guys can look me up on there too. Again, I just do this voluntarily, but what's the old saying? Will work for food. Line pushing out of southern Illinois, Harrisburg, right now underneath the severe thunderstorm warning. And that goes until 11 o'clock. And I lost my comments here. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a moment here. Yeah, it was the rest here in Illinois side, I don't know. I never go there. What's up, Thomas? Yeah, Thomas, I think they had a watch that was issued until like 5 a.m. The only one I've been focusing in on has been that PDS tornado watch for us until 11. Let me see here if it's I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, they issued this one at 9:45. So, this one was over here for Southern Illinois, Northwestern Alabama, Northeastern Arkansas, Southwestern Indiana, Western Kentucky, Southeastern Missouri, Northern Mississippi. Yeah, and I think that's going to be repealed too, Thomas. I think once the line moves through, they're going to peel that back. This was a watch that they had issued later on. I'm just kind of looking here as an example. When did they issue that watch? They issued it at 9:45. Okay, I was gonna say I. So Thomas, I hope that answered your question. I think again for us, it's gonna be again trimmed, and I think for let me see. Um, I do expect this. If you can see it right on here, I expect this tornado watch once says for 6 hours, or yeah, 6 hours. That's going to be repealed for us. The PDS tornado watch, which was issued early this afternoon, that's going to be peeled back because if you look right here in Nashville, for example, they were underneath the tornado watch and they're no longer underneath the tornado watch. So they have been peeling back some of the watch. Hey, McQuaidensboro, you guys are good. Carmi, you're still getting stormed upon. Mill Shoals, you're on the back end of it. Grayville, you're on the back end of it. Mount Carmel, just some rain for you right now. You guys are good. West Salem, you guys are good. Lawrenceville, the worst of it has moved out. It's over on the Indiana side. Mainly just Carmi and Harrisburg, El Dorado. Shawneetown has not been stormed upon yet from this line, but it is coming in. so far, there's not been a lot of updates here with this. 1028, okay. From near McClinsboro, near Lake of Egypt area, moving east at 50 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gust radar indicated. Southern Hamilton, Gallatin, Southern White, Saline counties. That's until 11. Harrisburg, El Dorado, North City, Galatia, Ridgeway, Quality, Carrier Mills, New Haven, Raleigh, Stonefort, Omaha, Broughton, Junction, and Muddy. Tornado possible. Tag with this radar indicated. 60 mile per hour maximum wind gust, hail by 3/4 of an inch. About 31,000 people affected. Homes affected about 15,000. Excuse me. Didn't mean to burp out loud in the mic. We'll say it's a podcast. It's all right. Storms down here in Arkansas are nasty right now. And by the way, if you've never been to Arkansas, it was one of my favorite states to go to when I was on vacation years ago with some friends. It's definitely a nice one. Now, I talked about, for those of you that missed out, there was a PDS tornado warning for Carlisle, Illinois earlier. And this is an example this is from Little Rock, but this is near Mountain View. And Mountain View, one of the nicest communities I saw on our way through Arkansas. And this one, large, extremely dangerous tornado on the ground there. So I know it's Arkansas and everything, but it's an example. And I will also say this too, as we take a look at this on radar, I just want to show you guys what it looks like here. And that's definitely a couplet. This is kind of like what we saw earlier for Carlisle area right there, and then the correlation coefficient with this. Look at that. That's what I was talking about. You see that big ball right there like this? That is debris. That is debris being lofted up. Siding, trees, all that. That is what's being lifted. So Mountain View, just what's to the south of it looks like. But my goodness. But I know it's down in Arkansas, but that's an example. And you can just see, look at the progression of this. You can see how it kind of develop and everything. Look at that. Just yeah, that's near Hanover. Yeah, I remember Hanover. I remember the turnoff there. I remember the Hanover turnoff. Hopefully I went to north of Hanover. But wow. It was south of Mountain View. Arkansas has a lot of lakes, by the way. But that is PDS tornado warning. That's what that means. Particularly dangerous situation. And then we've also seen tornado emergency warnings in the past. Pocahontas, been through there as well. Sorry, guys. I was just kind of looking around here, kind of seeing what else is out there. As you can see right here, Southern Illinois, I know this is a way, but you can actually see only just one severe thunderstorm warning on the map for us here in Southern Illinois. So far, anyway, pretty much Saline, Gallatin, Southern White, Southern Hamilton counties. And then after that, we should be good. So that's really about it so far. Timer now is 10:44. We'll hang out here for about 15 more minutes. As for the weather forecast, let me go ahead here and pull this up here. Those of you who are wondering about tomorrow and the days ahead, I was looking at it earlier. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high of 74. Tuesday night, 90% chance of showers and storms. Should not be severe. Meanwhile, for Wednesday, looking at, well, sorry about that, guys. We'll go back down here. Looking here at Wednesday, slight chance of showers and storms, mostly sunny, high of 66. Thursday, sunny, high of 66. Friday, partly sunny, high of 63. And then Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 63. So that's the way the weather forecast looks like right now. Three to 6 inches of rain have fallen in the Effingham area. It's observed and it's been reported by law enforcement. That one just got updated, actually. It's effective until 8 a.m. Tuesday. And by the way, this tornado warning down here in Arkansas, this one's PDS. They've issued it for Batesville. Now they just updated it. The one thing is about tornadoes at night, we haven't talked about much here. I've talked about the flooding and everything, but tornadoes are difficult and hard to see at night. The only way you can see them is by way of lightning and power flashes. And so with this right here, I'm just kind of looking at the details of the Mountain View tornado down in Arkansas. Again, radar confirms it, but also when you have storm spotters down there tracking it, you see the correlation coefficient right there. It's still on the ground. It's still moving. Time right now is 10:47. And we'll go back up here to our area in our region right there. But prayers certainly for Arkansas, along with Carlisle as well, given that tornado. I had a message from a friend saying that she made it home safe. So over in the Beckemeyer area, that's good. That's good to hear that. But severe thunderstorm warning continues for 12 more minutes. A line of storms pushing into Harrisburg and Shawneetown as well. By the way, guys, one thing I've noted here too, this is a new software I just got for the radar. Hope you guys like it. Really comes in handy. I can also access it on my phone and on the browser as well. So it's pretty handy to have. Because I will try to figure out how to fix the Facebook thing. Try to look it up and see what I can find out about that. Because I know there's people who want to watch. I know I had at least 90 people watching. I know that at one point in time. But again, it just goes off of an update they did a while back, and it's like they changed everything. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 11 o'clock for southern White, Saline, and Galveston counties at 10:48. Severe storms are located along a line extending from 6 miles northwest of Mount Vernon to 8 miles southeast of Carrier Mills, moving east at 60 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Radar indicated rotation with this one. Harrisburg, El Dorado, Ridgeway, Equality, Carrier Mills, New Haven, Stonefort, Omaha Junction, and Muddy. So again, that goes in effect until 11 o'clock. Again, I'll probably end here at 11, probably sign off here at 11 and all that. This Arkansas tornado, I'm telling you, this is it looks like a beast to me on radar. Take a look at it here, show you what's going on. That's a nasty look at it. Just nasty velocity data. Look at this. This is what we're talking about by way of couplets here, guys. This is what we're talking about by way of tornadic signatures, tornadic couplets. And then you do this. Look, correlation coefficient. There it is right there. So, and you can see just how it progressed. It's still on the ground. It's still moving. That was Arkansas. I get it, but guys, this is what I'm talking about here. This is happening right now, and it looks big. It is big, is what they're saying. It's large. It's destructive. And it keeps on going. That's a nasty signet. That's just, yeah. That's a definitely tell right there. And really, unfortunately, it looks like it's heading for the tiny community of Pleasant Grove and the post office over there in Arkansas, St. James, maybe to the north of it, perhaps. But yeah, this thing looks to be a beast. But Miss White, thanks for oh, sorry guys, I've been focusing on Facebook and everything. Amplify saying Facebook froze for me. Switch to YouTube. Boys are in Calhoun. Kennedy saying me after eating Taco Bell. Dibs bids. I have no idea what you mean by Kennedy Sinatra. I have no idea what you mean by that. Bye-bye. Thank you guys. Got about 109 subscribers on here on YouTube as well. Before that, actually had 99, so pretty cool. Dibs bits. I don't know what that means. Because I never eat at Taco Bell. I never do. I try to avoid eating fast food altogether, pretty much. That's what I try to do. And perhaps really looking at this line and looking at the tornadic signatures and storms that's produced, I think the one in Arkansas may be so far in the running is probably the most significant tornadic storm it has produced. Just the way it looks on radar, the correlation coefficient. Carlisle, too, I feel like it's also up there, but I think Arkansas may actually have it beat a little bit. Well, guys, I tell you what, it's already. I said it was gonna be off here at 11. I'm gonna end this a little bit here earlier on, just to zoom out, show you the big picture. Line moving through. It's impacting Indiana right now. It's moving out of Illinois. Harrisburg so far, getting hit. It's actually in the Harrisburg. You're on the backside of it. Shawneetown's coming into you. I do expect though to see. Could be a warning perhaps issued by Paducah, maybe perhaps like from Morganfield, Uniontown, Shawneetown. I could see that being a possibility unless if it was like the northern part of the line right next to it when there was that severe thunderstorm warning issue for like Carmi and Grayville and North City. and they just let it expire, do it at falling below severe limits. Um, but that is the big picture. There's nothing to our west at this point in time. There's nothing over there at Kansas City so far. In terms of the number of outages, Wayne Watt Electric Cooperative outage map. Let's take a look at that here, and then I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I do have an update regarding that as I pull it up here on the screen. Emma with 3 out, Harder with 5, Harold's Prairie with 20 without power, Indian Prairie with 60, Keith Township with 45. So that is the updated number. That was just updated about a minute ago. So starting to see those outages in the Carmi area being posted, especially the Harold's Prairie area, along with Emma. So we're talking about the Emma, Monty area down there, along with Harold's Prairie as well. So looks like some outages down there that way. So there's an Ameren. Let me see here if there was anything. St. Marie reported about 51 customers without power. I'm not gonna pull it up here. Bridgeport only 1. Albion only 1 so far. While the others are mainly to our West Centralia, reporting 11 out. Carlisle in that area, at least 40 of them out there. That's the highest number that I see outside the St. Louis metro area. So, guys, again, just my thoughts about this severe weather event. I like to share with you kind of like my thoughts, kind of like pretty much from before all this started until now. I could see why the Storm Prediction Center about a week ago forecasted. At first, it was 15% chance of severe weather, then 30, and then as the days got closer, we started to find more details about it. And you could see why that they were talking about this, saying, hey, we're going to have some supercells form first. And we did see some supercells form. I was seeing earlier today the radar out of St. Louis site. There was some supercells in that area. And then, obviously, the squall line, which is moving out of southern Illinois right now and pushing into Indiana and Kentucky, we saw the power of that squall line. We saw what appeared to be, again, it looks like to me a tornado in the Carlisle area. So far, I've not heard anything about injuries or anything like that. Hopefully, it looked like there was probably some structure damage over there that way. Belleville also getting some damage over there. But when it comes to tornadic events such as this one, where you have tornadoes on the ground and they're causing damage and everything, and maybe they've damaged a home, damaged a business. That means a person's lives are forever changed because of it. And so hopefully no fatalities. It looked like there may have been a few injuries as a result of some wind damage, straight line wind damage from earlier that I reported on. But I think safe to say is that for us here in southeastern Illinois, where we face the brunt of the squall line, it seemed like west of 57 is where we started to see kind of like more damage reports and all that. So, but with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up my coverage here. There has been a special weather statement that was issued as the line continues to push over. It's moving east at 45. It's right about El Dorado. So Hardin, Northern Pope, Gallatin, Northwestern Crittenden, and Union counties. That's in Kentucky until 11:45. But that part of the line is starting to show signs of weakening and thus no longer severe. So, but guys, that's my coverage here of the night. Time right now is 11 o'clock. I say get off here at 11. So thanks for watching me on YouTube. Derek Dunn 89. Thanks for the subscribers. Appreciate you guys. Also, thanks for following me on Twitch as well. I just launched it. I'll try to update the overlays to where you can see the Twitch information. And also, again, thanks for watching on Facebook, guys. Greatly appreciate you guys sharing the stream. And so, thanks very much. Have a wonderful rest of your night. No severe weather anticipated tomorrow. There is a chance of rain and storms, especially Tuesday night, but nothing to be concerned about. But I want to say this. Thank you to the linemen. Thank you to the emergency crews out there and about. Also, I want to say thank you to the Storm Prediction Center, National Weather Service. Those guys working their tails off at getting information, analyzing what's going on. Shout out to you guys. So until then, have a wonderful and safe and pleasant good night. Thanks for watching my coverage. And as always, stay weather aware.